All right, what's up, gentlemen?
What's going on,
welcome to the podcast. This is going to be episode 49, Sway City Muay Thai podcast.
Right,
Returning again, Jonathan Haynes and Charles. What's your last name again?
Charles Woods.
Charles Woods.
Yes,
all right. So, you decided on a nickname yet?
No nickname
Yes.
yet.
All right, cool. I'll find you one. Maybe send me some fight clips. So maybe I'll think of something.
Yeah.
Because, I just go by the Sway City thing now. That's what everyone says. But
Yeah, no, it's
welcome back on, guys. Or welcome on back on.
Thank you.
Welcome on for the first time.
Thank you for
Always a
having
pleasure to be here.
You guys both got fights, big fights coming up the next couple weeks. Who wants to go first?
Charles will go first.
me. He's the closest, so he can
Go ahead and get started, John.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I think last time I was here. No, last time I was here was before Jackson, right? Or was it after Jackson?
It was
before.
after.
It was after?
It was right
I had
after.
my broken nose? Oh, yeah, I had
Little
my
bit.
black eye.
A
That's
little
right.
bit.
That's right.
Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm fighting a tough guy named Yusuf Esimbayev. He's a Chechen from California. And that's for A1 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's a
Returning
big
back
fight.
to California.
That's right. Yeah, same place,
Uh,
Sacramento, Hard Rock
Hard Rock
Casino.
Casino. Fuck yeah.
That's right.
That's a big venue. That's a good venue.
Yeah, it's a good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your experience there last time? I mean, obviously, we talked about it last time. You can give a brief recap of the fight, but more like the venue and stuff like that for people that are curious about A1.
No, I loved it. Honestly, it's the best promotion I've fought for so far. Everything was dialed in. Communication behind the scenes was great. The staff were great. The reffing was great. Everything was great. I actually couldn't imagine it being better.
Okay.
So for everything I've experienced, and I've experienced like good promotions. I haven't fought for anything that's been crap, you know. But yeah, I love fighting for them.
Cool.
So,
Well, sounds like they wanted you right back.
yeah.
That's dope.
Well, they wanted someone to fight this kid,
Okay.
and I'm willing to fight the kid. So
And Eddie was telling me, so I was on the phone with Eddie, I am fairly frequently, so he was telling me a little bit about who does he train with? Who's his training partner?
he trained at Shemaev.
Okay.
And Businger or whatever his name is, the guy that stepped up and won a fight and then jumped on a contender series fight and turned up and fought a UFC fight same week.
Okay.
So-
That's dope.
Yeah, he's got tough competition.
I was just going to say, like, I
Fighters.
wanted you to fill that part in because I'm terrible with names and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
figured you'd be a little bit more on point.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I don't ever want anybody to give it too much away about their training camp and how it's going. But obviously, you guys are there working together, training hard. I know you go hard all the time. So, competition is going to be fierce. But what can you tell me about this camp?
Oh, I mean, really, this is like the second longest camp for a pro fight I've had.
Okay.
So that's great. 8 weeks. Time before was 9 weeks. That's actually not entirely true. It was 9 weeks between fights, but it was that camp was actually shorter. This one, as soon as I finished Jackson, turn around next week, I was already under contract to fight this guy.
Okay.
So it's been good. I've had a lot of time to periodize things, a lot of time to work on like some base skills that build on each other.
Right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're always ready. You're not that guy. So I know you're ready. Well, and it's kind of a testament to where you're training out of, especially with Jake Swartz.
That's right.
You know, so
Fitness Quest.
Fitness Quest, and I know you guys. You bring it. So like, if there's a gritty place around here that's gonna go and you're gonna fight through some rounds, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, especially for like the wrestling and the ground game and stuff like that specifically. Or that's what comes to mind for me.
It is specifically.
Yeah, being that I come from purely 99% stand-up background.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. You guys got to have some grit, and being that you're all trying to hit the top level and you're very close, get that big payday at the big brand UFC.
Yeah. I'm a few fights away. But
Maybe,
probably.
Yeah.
I'm probably three. I'm probably 3 wins away.
Okay.
The right wins, 3 wins away.
Okay.
Jackson was a UFC prospect. Yusuf is another prospect.
Right.
So they're being watched. Me beating them gets me watched.
Yes.
Like to come back and do a title fight, probably up for Koga, probably May 25th.
Yeah, I
We're
hear a lot of stuff in the air about. There's a lot of rumors and
a few different names being thrown around.
yeah, a few names, few things happening.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll fight any of them, but they won't all fight me.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're finding out. We're
Right.
trying to figure out who wants to fight.
If anybody's curious about that, check out my episode 48 Eddie Blackburn calls in the middle of the show and goes deep on that. You can check on his podcast with the Neon Ghost Show and Rhino. He goes off on that. But yeah, he's digging to get you a fight. It's gonna happen. You just gotta
Eddie's
find
great.
the right name. Yeah.
Well, look, this is
an
fight
antagonist
number.
too.
He's a great promoter. He's a great manager. You know, he's setting it up. You know, he's got me 5 fights in a row. This is my 6th fight. Already looking for the 7th fight. Right. It's been really fun because as soon as a fight ends, like by Monday, I'm so antsy right now that I want to already have another opponent.
Yeah,
So
you don't want the
fight's
downtime
done.
of the fighter.
No, I don't want any downtime.
I hate that shit.
And there's been a few fights now where we already had the next guy either picked out or signed up.
Okay.
You know, and so I think it'll be the same with this, right? There's a fight I could have taken 3 weeks after this one, but I'm going to be in Houston watching him fight the week before, and I was like, that's a little close for weight cuts.
Yeah.
And it's doable, but it's a lot, especially if this becomes a war, which I think it will be.
Well, and that's smart on your part, is not to just be overly brazen about like, I'll just, fucking jump into both of these. Like you have to be calculated at a certain level, especially at a pro level.
If I finish in the first round though, then I might regret not having taken it.
But you would never know.
But you still want to be in routine for everything too.
Yeah.
You don't want to take yourself out of routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So
I
like
understand.
you going to fight camp and having to cut, then you're like, oh, I'm not at home. I'm not doing it normally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that's fine.
This is why you got a good teammate.
That's right.
I was gonna say something too, because y'all was like downtime after the fight. Like immediately, I'm just like focusing on the holes, like of the fight. So it's like,
I don't have any holes.
yeah, this motherfucker. But like just in general, like I'm just consistently like, all right, there's X, Y, and Z I need to focus on. The fight's over now. I get to focus on this. Even though like when it's fight camp season, I don't know how most people go about it. I try to build up to a certain point. So like say like maybe like cause he get long ass camps. I didn't realize that till just now too. But like I get like a month of like finding it
6
out.
weeks
I'm like,
is
oh
kinda
shit,
long.
okay. And I heard 6 weeks is like usually it's like the normal is 6 weeks, and then if it's like if it's gonna be a tough fight, you'll get like 8. That's what I've been noticing like throughout, on like just watching the game a little bit more, and it's like for
At
me.
the high level, they have months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that too. And like for me, it's like I'm improving. Well, like when I get the name, I'll watch for a little bit. All right, this is what I should have to worry about or focus on. I don't go like hyperfixate on do this the whole count. I'm like, all right, how can I keep improving? And then as we get maybe like next week, I'll be 4 weeks away. Excuse me. So it's like 2 to 3 weeks. I'll start watching a little bit more, and I'll start being a little bit more specific towards him. So it was funny when you said that. I'm just like, I was wondering too, like, because you kind of like already dialing it in towards him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but it's like, I wonder how everybody else goes about, or how they're going about fight camps, traditionally, how people do it. Because honestly, even though, like, even in the gym, you know, like I'm watching, but I'm not really paying attention to what everybody else is doing when they got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Well, at Fortis,
Alright.
there's so many guys too.
yeah.
They were always in camp. It'd be a lot to try to keep track of.
Yeah.
There's one time there's like probably 50 fighters.
Yeah.
That's major.
So
That's a big camp too.
yeah.
Well, kind of like, so you guys are both in fight camp. And I've had my fight camps too, and I was a coach coaching people to fight camps. Basically what you just said is kind of the blueprint from what I've seen. The people that go like months or like more than 8 weeks, they're trying to ride that peak. Trying to not peak and then be on the downslide the week before their fight and then feel like shit. Or the ones that have a little bit too long or spar a little bit too close to the date. And then classic tale, people getting knocked out in the last couple of weeks of fight camp. They're not quite all there. But yeah, that 4 to 6 weeks, I've always heard is kind of the sweet spot. Like for me, in perpetual fight camp, kind of like what you were talking about, if we didn't have one already lined up, I knew I'd have one on the docket in like 5 weeks. So trying to kind of ride that and stay healthy and all this kind of stuff is fucking difficult. And I was talking about the amateur scene. This was back in 2010, 2011, 12, 13, right in there. So few years back, but watching people that are all now pros or they're done and they coach, trying to find like that sweet spot is fucking tough. And so it depends on like who's doing what. Like this, you can't. There's no like carbon copy for everybody.
No.
So each person's blueprint is going to be a little different, just like the nutrition. But I really like what you said about film study. Once you're done with the fight, it's good to go back and watch. Like, where did I fuck up? Like, my hands. Like, I'll just do it during sparring. I'm like, get your hands up, get your hands up. We've all heard that. It was very basic. And then they're like, oh, my hands are up, and I'll show them a video real quick, and their hands are here. Even me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, all right, got to go back to it. So glue the hands on it. It's just making adjustments, but that real-time awareness is
it's very important,
Well, somebody said, too, it's like you talk about wanting to go back and get better, to like work on your skill set. And from what's been like found, like holes, we're at different stages, too. Because I'm 34 tomorrow, and so you're 29. So you have more time to work on it. I'm in the competitive era. Like I will get better and I will rise with competition, but most of the skill that I will use in my professional career has already been gained. You know, it's about sharpening. And so I'm not saying that as to limit, but when it comes to focusing, like I'm fighting, I'm in it now. If I maybe I have 5 years, maybe I have 4 years. You know what I mean? You have 4 or 5 years before you make it to the top, and then you have 3 more years after that. You know.
I think they're like not the age of us. I think the age of like I guess like the mileage of how long you've been doing. That's what
I got you.
trying to like. So it's like that's why I wanted to break up what you're saying, because it's not like what I'm trying to say. You can do this. You're just stubborn as hell. you can go after your fights and then start like skill building. Like I've seen you do it.
Don't you think I'm doing that? I just also have a fight.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna say no to a fight.
yeah, we just approach them differently. I guess our approaches to fighting is different.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. Like
Okay, should go into that.
no, like just like how I the fight that I get, the fights that I get, it's okay. Like what are they good at? All right, cool. And how can I prepare for that?
You don't think I'm doing that?
No. That's me.
I'm trying to figure out what the difference
This
is.
is me.
I think he's talking about him. You're taking it personally.
I don't know, but he's saying that the way we approach it is differently. So I'm trying to find the difference.
Yeah. All right, cool. He's good at X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. I know what he's good at. So now let me just get better. And then I'll start like pinpointing and picking at him a little bit more too. You know? But if he's good at this, all right, cool. I won't spend my whole camp trying to be good at what he's good at.
Okay.
Or you know what I mean? Like, all right, I need to get better at what I'm good at. And then now how can I get better at how can I make what I'm good at detriment to him?
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the difference is, or a difference is that
you fight better people with tough opponents than I
not
do.
just that, my fight selection. I've been choosing all the guys that are better at things I'm bad at.
Okay.
so we're working on the same. Like I fought the wrestler.
Yeah.
In November, I fought the black belt in September.
Got you.
I fought the this December. That was a good matchup for me, but another wrestler. So and then now I'm fighting a guy that's a long striker. So it's lining up that I'm trying to work on getting better.
You working on your weaknesses in the fights.
Yeah, because I'm fighting guys that are my weakness.
Yeah, your weaknesses don't happen in the gym.
So you're taking the fight to develop that versus developing that for the fight.
Well, it's just
that's what it feels like. Yeah.
It's just how it's lining up. You know.
No, it's just I get it. I like that you have. It's just it is a little different, but it's same but different.
Yeah, but still same.
Same.
It just keeps lining up that the guys that people don't want to fight are the guys that are my weakness. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna fight.
But
that's important
so
too,
this
though.
is kind of a good. I kind of like that because it's not like you're developing before so you can take a fight against somebody like this. You're taking that head on, and you're like, win, lose, or draw. I better be fucking prepared.
Time. It's time.
And I do like kind of what you said about the age difference, and also what you said about mileage, because I felt like when I first started, I was in fast forward mode the whole fucking time. Like old school VCR, you put it on just 2 times speed, and it wore me down fucking bad. And I was choosing to double train rather than take a day off and rest. stuff like that, which is obviously like the opposite of what we know to do now. But either way, like the mileage and to have the methodology or methodology, that you do, especially like the age gap that you talked about. Like you're like, you don't want to be 41 like me trying to develop new skills, trying to go like, all right, I'm going to go start rolling because I got a fucking my first MMA fight. Stupid. You know what I mean? But at your point, like you are fully aware of the age and what comes with more because you've seen it, as we all have. And you're trying to be responsible about it and get to the top now. Like
exactly.
Yeah, and you're serious about this mission. You're not, this is not like, oh, we'll see what happens. It's like, this is going to happen. This is how I'm going to make it happen. And you have to fucking kill me, just like you said in your last fight, to stop me. And that's a fucking tough opponent.
It is.
And you also said about like the mileage and stuff. And when you're very aware of how much your body is taking in, and you know that if you have a good camp down at, what is it, Fortis? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. With a lot of high-level fighters, you're going to get to see good and bad across the board and a lot of volume of it. So hopefully you can develop that based on what your needs are. So again, every single person is different. I'm seeing that more and more as a coach. There's no two people that are exactly alike. You can get close, but I like that you guys each have different approaches, and you're both able to come together and grind it out and support each other too.
Well, also, you know, it matters a lot, like who you have access to, like what kind of partners you have access to, right? So, since he's been up here with me, we have been doing 2-a-days, but it's not super intense every session,
Right.
And so we've been doing lots of striking, lots of sparring, lots of drilling too, and then drilling into sparring, like and
That's what we do.
so the way that we've been going is like my body's been able to handle it. So because it's highly aerobic and not heavily anaerobic, I've been able to do lots of sessions. So having access to him, I could do that, right? If and when he goes back home, then I won't have the ability to do that. So you are always in every camp. It's like, okay, what injuries did I sustain? What's going on in my life? What kind of stress do I have? Like, can I take a fight right now? What's my sleep schedule? Who do I have? What training partners do I have access to that can actually line up your schedule and are willing to give me what I need or trade? And then like with him, like he's up here. Originally, I had invited him up here to help him with wrestling because he was looking at a potential wrestling opponent, a wrestler opponent. And then it turned out that no, he's up here to help me. You know, he knew that the whole time. Yeah. I thought, oh, you're gonna come learn how to wrestle with me and Jake, and no, I'm learning how to strike. You know, with him, and so every camp is different. Every person is different. This is where, you know, as we go back to keep returning to the way of the world up here for like martial arts and MMA and the scenes. Most places are cookie cutter. Here's the class. Here's the practices. And saw that at Fortis too. It wasn't cookie cutter, but like the professional practices to work on things that are happening in most professional fights. It wasn't highly individualized to each person.
Right.
That part would come after practice.
Yeah, that's the coaching aspect that you talked about.
Yeah, that's like
coach versus instruction.
Right. Most places are just instructing, and so most guys are preparing that way. They show up, they do some cardio or something, maybe outside. To get in shape. They go to classes where they're drilling. They do a little bit of live at the end. They might get together and spar with their buddies sometimes or their training partners. Yeah. That's what they're doing to prepare for professional fighting.
Yeah, that's not proper.
No.
In my opinion.
Well, it's not optimal because then if you're going to fight a guy,
way.
if you're one of those guys, you're going to fight a guy like one of us who has people who care about them, who are actually really skilled, who are working on very specific things for the fight and working on how do I improve Charles? How has he improved me? Right. You know, and then building conditioning, building everything all around how are we going to fight this guy? What's he weak at? How are we going to, you know, strategize and what tactics are we going to employ? Having a camp like that makes a huge difference. But then on top of that, I was talking to Eddie. The last fight was a D1 wrestler. Right. Not a good striker.
Okay.
I wasn't concerned about striking at all because just like we thought, he shot immediately.
Yeah.
And then anytime there's any space, he shot again.
And when
again,
he ran out of that, he didn't have a game plan.
No, that was it. That was
Yeah.
the game. The game was to grapple or to wrestle, specifically. Didn't have to train a lot of striking.
Right.
Wasn't going to be striking. I was going to be looking for spots to do damage.
Right.
Right. Fill in holes, versus when you have someone that's outside, like an outside striker. It's like, okay, there's going to be potentially lots of closing distance and creating distance.
Timing, all that shit. Yep.
So each camp can look just so vastly different, which does make it look weird when you're someone like me who's been fighting, and I look at each of the camps and I look at what I was doing. It's very different from week to or from month to month, versus.
It's funny you said that because I was just sitting and thinking right now. I was like, I think for the most part, my camps are pretty much the same.
They all look the same.
Yeah, and it's not like I won't say it's a detriment to me or my skill set or like me growing and all, but like I think majority of the camp is me trying to grow.
Yep.
And we get specific throughout, or like of course you'll tidy it up towards the end when it's when you start to peel back on all the hard rounds and shit, and you start getting I get very fight specific towards the end, like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I think I said already, by 2 or 3 weeks, I'm very fight specific stuff. The openings, the 15s, the drilling, possible situations we're gonna be in, and going live from those. I focus on basically like the minute, very very small details, like all those. Like you overlook it. Like I was telling you, was it? I think it was last week. It wasn't Thursday. It was Thursday. We was working on the scrambles or getting up and then making sure that you can still strike and making sure they get up safely. Like there's little stuff like that. I think that's stuff like I'm always doing. I think that's always like something you should have in your fight camp. I think that's every day. Like that should be not every day, but like that should always be something that you should be focusing on. The thing that you do different should be when it gets towards more so your fight. So I'm saying fight specific stuff, but I'm like that's like fight like general knowledge. I think the stuff we should focus on. And then when I say like your fight, or like when I get fight specific for my opponent, like my opponent, so I say fight specific, opponent specific.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
those are the things that change. But I think for the most part, I think if you just get a good routine consistently and throughout. And then the only thing that should be changing is the opponent specific stuff.
Yeah, no, that's so. Yeah, exactly. With our Saturdays, that's exactly right. You haven't come to Saturday yet, but you'll see.
I heard
a lot of it is like we're doing ground and pound, we're doing wall work, we're doing entries, we're doing like how to stalk, like the things we're doing like take down the fence into striking or into damage riding somebody into a finish, things that are. It doesn't matter which opponent you put in front of me. These are the principles that you're supposed to follow.
In this class you
These are
teach,
the
right?
things to do. Huh?
This class you teach?
Yeah,
Okay.
me and Jake.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and so, but even within that practice, so our live is very much the generalized, like this is just to get good at fighting. Think like Mondays.
Okay. Monday
or how Mondays used to be.
Yeah.
And then we will, like Safe would do with the very, like the specific rounds. If you have a fight coming up, or you're within 3 or 4 weeks of a fight, then we do fight openings. We do very specific stuff just for the guys who are just about to fight.
Yeah.
Just like you're saying. But the guys who are going to fight in 6 weeks to 8 weeks, we're not doing their specific stuff yet. We're just working on getting better, And then it cycles based on priority, based on whose fight's closest.
When you say 6 to 8 weeks, is it just because of how much weight people be cutting? Is that? I was thinking, because what I've noticed too now is like fight game now is like you need to be able to make weight in 2 weeks or a couple days, and because that's an option for me too. It's like last minute replacement. We need somebody. Hey, can your guy make weight? Oh yeah, boom.
Yeah.
So that's what I noticed too.
So
but
for
I
a lot
also
of people,
noticed most people are cutting more than 25 pounds.
Yeah, because you get fat.
Yeah, most people. So it's like, is that 6 to 8? Is that first 2 weeks for them to get in shape?
I think so.
And then starting,
You shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't enter a fight camp out of shape. You should be like primed and ready.
Well, are you trying to be a professional or an amateur? People don't. They
well,
don't know what this means.
So thank you for actually making that distinction, because there wasn't such a big MMA pro scene up here when I was first starting. It was like you had to go. There's a couple, but maybe like it was like the old EQC shows back in like the 2010s.
Cage sport.
Cage sport, yeah. But most of them was like Eddie ran Cage Quest. My crew ran fucking Absolute Chaos. Brian Johnson.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So like all these there was a bunch of like high level amateur stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all coming from guys, and like basically like I was brought up as in like a pro aspect. So like our camp was, I would say, between 10 and 15 high level amateur fighters. Like, and again, they would stay amateur up here because there was no big pro scene. And it's better now, but you're having to go to Cali or Oregon or Montana at times for whatever reason. But mostly like Vegas, like Crew Jones, Gina Carano and Kevin Ross fought an undercard for him when he was fighting for titles in Vegas. So he had the fucking flyer the other day. That's what I remembered.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just, but going in there and having that like high level competition and being like, all right, this is what your fighter looks like. Now, these are all amateur stuff, and the video wasn't very common back then. Yeah. So your best is like some on Northwest Fight Scene, like maybe you could see that they fought before, or word of mouth from other people. Like,
you mean looking up an opponent?
Yeah. So like Dylan Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I fought Dylan like at the very first
really?
Victory Athletics one. Yeah. He got me back-to-back liver kicks. It was good.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. He's like 19. Yeah. The first one I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, Dennis was reffing. He's very quick to be like, all right, 8 count, and I'm like, oh shit, and he just comes right back in with another one. Like, just before he could recover, I'm like, ugh, and before I knew it, I was like on the canvas. Anyway,
that's rough.
It was one of the shutdown back-to-back livers.
Liver
anyway,
shot, that's the liver. I don't care how tough you are.
Yeah, it's like getting hit in the perfect spot here. You can be tough, but that perfect little nerve shutdown. But anyway, I knew people that were training over there, and like he's gonna come forward, blitz forward, heavy hand. So we prepared heavily for that specifically, which is also kind of part of our regular training, is to prepare for somebody that's going to push forward. A lot of our pretty much everybody at our gym is amateur, aside from Juan, I guess, active. So because Darren used to fight with us, and now he's back. Darren Smith Jr. So, but he moved back to Cali. He's a police officer now and stuff like that. So, anyway, he was our other pro. And tough rounds, stuff like that. But always having someone that we can, or that has to tailor a little bit of their fight camp, just like how you guys were talking about, and having the people around you to be able to enforce that a little bit. So, just always making these little adjustments for not only your opponent, but having them kind of ingrained also in the curriculum. At least that's how we kind of do it. So it sounds kind of like you do the same thing. Like Mondays we work this, but then as people get closer, like I'm working with, she's 15, Koliani. She's going to nationals in Delaware at the end of this month, so I'm going to be going with her.
Muay Thai?
Yeah, from Muay Thai.
Let's go.
And we're looking at some of her bracket, and she's like,
She's fighting a smoker.
No, they're like, it's like a point.
You had a bunch of guys. No, I'm talking about the
Well, she didn't do the smoker. Yeah, we had like 9 people at the smokers. Right. Our team loves to do that smoker. So, and we let them if they're not fight ready.
So you know what's funny? I prefer, like, I remember like when I first started, I did smokers.
Yeah.
Right, and I prefer training for a smoker than training for an actual fight.
Why?
Because I like the idea of you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, so you gotta touch everything instead of me knowing. Yeah, like all right, this motherfucker gonna strike me. So all right, so we're just gonna stand on my feet the whole time, right? You know, it's like all right, I'm gonna watch his tendency and stuff. I like studying film is cool, but I remember when like I just had to make sure I was ready for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and like I guess that's why I train the way I train now, still fight ready. Cause like you never know. All right, maybe he decide he want to shoot.
You're still training for smokers out here.
Basically, that's basically what I'm doing. Cause it's like fuck, man. Like I like for me it's nerve wracking. Cause like when I'm watching film on people, like I'll build a monster. Like oh like damn, he got a nice ass cross or you know it's like fuck. But like during the smoke, this is literally how smokers used to happen. We used to pull up and we used to just sit there. You'll weigh in. And you'll just see people coming in and out. And I'm terrible at guessing weight, as you know. So, like, I'm just like, well, maybe I'm fighting him. Maybe I'm fighting him. I don't know who I'm going to fight.
Still that way at the way we do it, yeah.
And then we just pull up, like, this who you fighting. All right, well, it's time to win.
Yep.
You know, just go about it.
Ready.
But when there's a name on it, like Manny, that was
Oh, that's right.
That was so nerve-wracking. Manny was my first fight, amateur. That was so
He was pretty tough,
nerve-wracking
too.
because
He was tough.
he was demolishing the people he was fighting. Like he
Okay.
was finishing. I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me, you know. So it's like it's kind of like a tug of war you start creating when you get the name. Like I hate so far. One thing I hate about fighting is when I get the name because immediately I just like,
Oh yeah.
all right,
My
It's
legs
locked
feel
in
heavy.
kind of
you know,
thing. Yeah.
like who was this? And then I go and watch, and like it's crazy because I always go, oh damn, there's danger. Like I never go, oh I'll whoop his ass. It's always damn, this, and this. And then after a while, I do build up these monsters. I do, but then like I go about finding the ways to kill it.
Yeah, I
So
love
it's
that.
like,
Yeah.
it's like
That's
all right.
actually kind of dope. You go
Yeah.
in there as like the David versus Goliath, and you're like, this is how I'm gonna fucking kill Goliath.
Yeah, you know.
But it, like what you said, like I'm sure a lot of people think about that or have that, but maybe you can't put it into so many words. Once there's a name behind it, and like this is the person, now you're going to go see how real the danger is about to be. It's not just a figment of your imagination, a blank face. Like that's what I always get. Like it's a blank. You know what I mean? So I have to stay ready instead of having to get ready. That was always a big part of who we are. Fight after fight after fight. Talking like 6 to 8 fights per year, amateur.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's why my fight career was in fast forward.
That's a lot.
That's very good.
Yeah, you're pushing on, and then all of a sudden you take 2 months off, and I'm like, because I can't, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
maybe
you're
not
used
2 months off, but not 2 months in specific fights because I gain and lose weight. Like
Like
it's
even
fucking
2
easy.
days, like of no training, I'm like, why am I breathing heavy? You know, like,
Yeah,
like shout out to Coach Mike. I have not been to the strength and conditioning in like what 6-7 days now. I know when I get back, I'm cooked. And what's crazy, this is constantly happening. I find the groove, and I'm able to, you know, all right, I get to the point where I can keep up. Like, all right, cool, I'm barely surviving, but you know, I'm keeping up. Then I gotta leave, and it's like, when I get back, we're starting all the way over again.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's
the
like,
reset, the restart.
yeah.
That's what I started experiencing after my fight career. Is like, or like, I would take longer layoffs or like time between fight, or like I had so many fights drop out. So it's like, all right, I got fucking 6 weeks to get ready, but now I'm starting at that deficit, or I'm like I'm a little bit fatter, or like I'm starting over again. So I know I have to go pay the price for fucking slacking off. It's like to pay the price for busting your ass every fucking day, or you're gonna pay the price for not.
Yeah.
But there's always a sacrifice and a price to be paid.
Yeah, there is.
Does that happen to y'all? Has that happened to y'all before? Where you're like, y'all, I get y'all fight, gets pulled out or canceled or something? Because it happened to me when I first started. I decided to start fighting last year. And was it, it's SKO. I was supposed to fight SKO. But I ended up getting on Fury like a week or two later.
Pull it out.
He pulled out, yeah. He pulled out, and I ended up being a replacement for another fight. But I was like, damn, I wonder what it's like to
Which
like.
one was your replacement? The tall dude?
No, remember, I was supposed to fight SKO. I was supposed to fight the football player, the big football player, won something. I forget his name.
No, I'm saying the.
Luis. I was
Luis is
a,
the
I was
last
a,
guy?
re- I was a response for. I was a replacement for Luis.
That guy was scary.
Yeah.
He put him out, but he was. I was scared. I was so nervous. I was there. I was like, get him!
It's always like that watching your boys up.
It is, but sometimes. That was a monster, dude.
That
He's
motherfucker was
6'3".
big, bro. Yeah, he was huge.
He's heavy-handed, 6'3", good gym.
Fight, you know, the Goliath.
Yeah.
That's-
He-
you take them. You take
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
tough fights, you know?
But I was wondering, like, what happened when that happens, because I've never had that situation where, like, oh, my fight got canceled, and it's like, oh, well, I'm not fighting no more, or like they're looking for a replacement. I've never had that before, so I'm just like, I'm wondering, yeah.
Sucks. I only had that
Sucks.
happen as amateurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I've been a guy pulled out too because like a concussion or you get something.
Yeah,
you
get
shouldn't
rocked
fight
at
for.
Something that you
practice, yeah.
can't shouldn't fight
Yeah,
with.
shouldn't fight, yeah.
I mean, if you're planning on having a career outside of like one more fight or that one, like, but to his point, like everything for me was amateur, and there's no penalization for an amateur outside of creating a bad name for yourself. And if they're already slacking off, they're like, oh, I'll just drop out. They're probably not as worried about their name or carrying their gym's name or having that. And so that was something that I always took a lot of pride in. And I did drop out a couple of times, like just where I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember showing up late to the smoker and they wouldn't let me in. I'm like, Dylan is right there. I was like, they would have probably matched me and Dylan again, but it was like a high level smoker, that one. But when people drop out, what I would experience, even when it would be like, I would get the call, be like, all right, bad news. I'm like, fuck, I knew it. And it'd be like 3-4 days right before. And I'd be like, all right, dude broke his wrist. Who fucking knows? We have this thing where we don't spar for 2 weeks out. We go heavy pad rounds, realistic pad rounds. But yeah, like the bumps and bruises, we want that healed up.
Yeah.
Like we don't want you going in with any sort of mental hesitation or like, fuck. There always is. Like if you're not, we just always have the thing where like if you're not injured going into a fight, you're not training hard enough, which is kind of dumb.
I don't believe
it.
You don't want to perpetuate that message.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
But I've probably always been hurt in some fashion going into the fight in some way or recovering. But I don't know. It's what I would experience when somebody would drop out is like just this gut wrenching like fuck. They're like, no, we got a replacement. I'm like, cool, I'm still fighting, but all that work that we put into like fight specifics for a person, if we had it, it's like all that's out the window now. Like all this hard work, and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like I just did all this work for fucking nothing, and there's no accountability on the amateur level. Yeah. So for some dude to just be like, never mind. And like, how often as an amateur do you get the true reason? Like we had one guy drop out for one of our students, and they were like, oh, they got to go to Oregon for some reason. It's like,
damn,
are you fucking committed or are you not? Like, because we are.
Well, it's amateur. So that makes sense. I mean, that's
even
I
as
expected.
even as a pro, like
no, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened to me as a professional yet.
I mean, what aside from like maybe losing the purse or losing like or maybe you'd miss weight but the fight still happens and you get like your purse docked or whatever. When you drop out fully as a pro, I don't know what that looks like. Like, do you just get the bad name? Do people stop calling you? Does the state penalize? Like, what happens?
I'm pretty sure it's the time that you allowed to pass before you made that decision too.
Yeah.
I think anything less than 2 weeks is not enough time for you to pull out. If you like less than 2 weeks out, like I understand. Like, it has to be like, oh, you just can't make it at that point. Like I just got knocked out. I probably shouldn't fight in 2 weeks. Or next week.
Or you just got
like
split.
something that immediate.
Or you just got cut. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're not gonna get cleared.
But like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doctor clearance is big. We didn't used to super glue cuts shut and fucking put makeup on people. Yeah. Never happened. Never happened.
No, lost my train of thought.
Just fighters pulling out, pro fighters. We're just talking about the accountability for 2 weeks.
Accountability is loss of opportunity.
Right.
Because relationships are everything in everything.
Yes.
And so if you're going to be fighting, like, it's another promoter will put you on their card. Probably. Yeah. But usually it's lower. Mm-hmm. Like it's less quality than the last one. Mm-hmm. And that also goes along with people who say no to fights.
True.
If you're too hard to match because you're looking for just the right person.
This phone stops ringing.
Yeah, then it's like, I don't just...
I got a roster of people that want to fight.
And just the headache of having to deal with you.
True.
If you're someone who's hard to deal with, it's like, I don't want to call you.
Yeah.
I don't want to text you. I don't have to deal with your coach or whoever, because there's people, I won't name them, their coach, the promoters hate him. He's a very frustrating person to deal with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's not getting fights.
That happens.
It happens a lot. People don't
fuck
realize.
That coach. I hate that. And getting back to relationships. Yeah.
Right. So people wonder, fighters wonder why they don't get good opportunities, they don't get good fights. It's because the people.
What are the relationships
usually the
looking
people.
like? Yeah.
If you're tough and you're not getting fights, there's someone that people don't want to deal with. Mm-hmm. But there's fighters like that too. Just like a few of the guys that were thrown around trying to fight for a title. They want a title. They want the coach title, but they don't want to fight me for the title.
It's all circumstantial.
What do you mean?
What's the circumstances of this title fight? And who's my opponent is number one.
Well, no, they want a title. They're asking for a title shot.
Yeah, but not
that
title shot.
When presented the fight, they're saying no.
Which shouldn't happen.
Well, if you're gonna be
You should have to defend your fucking.
to say if I'm the title holder, that means I'm the toughest guy around.
In my opinion, if you're the matchmaker, it should be more like, this is who your opponent is. You don't get to turn it down. Like, this is your match.
Well, if you're, I understand.
I do.
Yeah.
At least in the amateur scene.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking professionally. But regional professional
even,
is it's amateur on steroids, right? So it's like
Exactly. Yeah.
So it matters more, but it's still regional. The point
Yeah.
is to get out of regional. That's why you want to get a title.
Yeah.
So you can look good. You can say to a bigger organization, I'm the best guy
Over here.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the number one ranked guy. I'm trying to fight the number one ranked guy at middleweight. So now you can do your research.
Did this guy fight at WFC?
No, he hasn't fought WFC.
Okay. Not the one at Emerald Queen? Where Kaysen fought recently, before Koga?
Talk about the one I want to fight?
Yeah, one of them. Somebody said they're the pound
pound
for
for
pound. Yeah, best in Washington. He had some very choice words for Tacoma at that show. That's what I was like.
He's a 55er. So
Right.
I understand. He went and he filled
That's
in.
normal though, to not want to change weight classes at some
Look,
point.
he I can just say it because I'm not talking shit with him.
Yeah.
Carson Fry. He's good. He's tough.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 55er. He's a badass. He stepped up last minute to fight a 2-minute notice or 2-week notice fight at Emerald Queen.
As Pat. Yeah, he fought Pat Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And won it. So he's the welterweight championship or champion because they had a vacant title at welterweight. And though they were both 55ers, they fought. They're like, hey, he's big. He's like, I don't want to cut the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
So respect to him. If he doesn't want to fight at 70,
Yeah.
that'd be like me saying, well, I don't want to go fight at 85. I'm not an 85er.
Right, exactly.
So
yeah, they're weight classes for a fucking reason. I get it. Yeah.
Right. So no, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing negative to say.
I just didn't know who you were talking about specifically. I wasn't trying to throw names out there, but yeah, there you go. So it's not him.
Yeah. I won't throw his name out yet.
That's fine.
I will talk to him directly before I throw his name out.
Copy.
But I'll fight him at welterweight or middleweight or 75.
All right.
He's ranked at middleweight. He's ranked number 1 at middleweight.
Okay.
So I'll take him there too.
Gotcha. Well,
If he wants to come down on a Saturday, I'm gonna fight him in my practice. You know, I don't care. I don't think we're ever gonna fight.
right.
not
Well,
gonna
that's unfortunate, but
It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. Coming back and okay, so going back to the reason why we're talking about this is regionally, saying no to fights. These guys are like promoters. They're not making a killing off this.
Right.
They're making a living, which we hope that they are.
yeah, it's their job.
And so they're trying to match a guy from here, match a guy from here, match a guy from here. They're trying to build people up.
Yeah.
And to sell tickets. You know, they want exciting matches. Every coach wants their guy to fight someone that their guy's going to beat. And then they have a plan for him. I want you to fight this guy at this point, then this guy, then this guy.
Yeah.
And to get them on a win streak, so that looks good, get them finishes, and then get them eventually to a bigger show or get to a title or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So everyone, imagine being a matchmaker or a promoter. So you got the promoter and matchmaker, not always the same person. So
Right.
this guy, he's like, hey, we have a budget of $30,000 or $20,000, you know, for this event. So you need to find some good pros.
Yeah.
Some your kind of featured fights.
You're gonna sell
you
the
need to
fight,
find some
sell
guys
the
you're
show.
trying to build.
Yep.
And you're sort of calling these different people, and all these different coaches are all giving you a hard time because everyone's trying to build
Get
their
guy to
guy.
win, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're saying no and saying no and being really choosy. You don't want to call that guy.
Right.
Or that gal. It's
You wanna
super
call somebody
annoying.
that's like, I got a guy.
Right, I got a guy.
You want that phone call.
Right, and if you're, I would expect that it would go this way. Hey, I've got a guy. He's in a place where he can take a risk. I have another guy. I need to build him up. He just lost his last 2 fights, and we need to win. The promoter doesn't know who's going to win. It's a fight, you know. So
Right.
if you agree to fight, you agree to fight. It's consensual. You've both agreed. You think you can beat his ass. He thinks he can beat your ass.
Yeah.
Then it's on you. It's not on the promoter to make sure people are not getting taken care of because it's a fight.
Yeah.
The sell is violence.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some negotiations that go along with that. But as a matchmaker, you know, you have your gyms. There's maybe there's 25 around. there's probably only like less than 10 that have people that are actually fighting.
Yep.
There's probably maybe less than 5 that have teams, not just like 1 or 2 guys fighting.
Right.
You know, and so if you're a fighter, you say you want to be a professional fighter. Everyone's goal is to get on TV, right? And it should be
For the most part, yeah.
The goal is to climb and make some money at this, not just
I would
fight
hope.
for regional money, which is nothing.
Which is what kind of this got, it built up to that from the regional shit. But yeah, totally.
So, say yes to fights, and don't pull out. If you pull out, make it be a legitimate reason, right?
It need not make it, but it has to.
You should just win the fight, really. I think that's what's important.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get it. Nobody's going to get even on paper, if it looks like, oh, he got this perfect paved way for him. I'm like, all right, but what happened if he would have lost to this person, this person, this person? Are you discrediting the person that he lost to? You know, he's supposed to win? Because you never know what's going to happen in a fight. Like,
Yep.
You never know who's going to show up.
you can get a measure though. There's some people that have that are being used up here that have over 40 losses.
Yeah, that's a big red flag in my opinion. Something
okay.
that's like, you know who you are.
Okay.
What the guy I'm talking about fought 2 guys back to back, combined record 35 and 94.
All right. I ain't gonna say nothing.
94 losses in 2
Damn.
two people.
2 people, 94 losses.
Well,
Shit.
to say something about that is like, and this was a pro, obviously.
Yeah.
There are still paper champions, especially regional. You know,
Is that a champion?
is he? I don't know if he was a champion. I'm just saying,
saying
but
stuff.
like, there's people that you follow their paper trail, and there's a reason why they have this record. It's not because they're trying to take the toughest fights, or like I'm gonna take this dude, this fight that's better than me, maybe in this skill set, or at least to the point where you're gonna have to, you have to improve, and in real time, and that's the threat, that's the test, that's the challenge. There's people that don't take that. They want it to appear a certain way without having to take that level of a challenge.
I know, and you're never going to get anywhere because
Right.
if
People
you don't
want to
think,
see those exciting fights.
If you don't
challenge.
think, and they're not going to be prepared when you fight a tough guy. You build a record. You see some guys. I'm constantly hunting. I've got like 50 names, so I'm all over the U.S. I've got all these different names of guys I want to fight at different times. And some of them it's like 5-0. Then I go and look at the combined record of the wins.
You're like,
And
all right.
it's like 10 and 12. Like, all right, or worse,
Right.
Then every once in a while I'll find a guy. Oh, who was it? I was just looking at someone. I think it was probably yesterday or today, probably last night, and he never fought someone with a losing record, ever. As a professional, he fought it's like 15 fights or 20 fights, something like that, and they're all. Like early on, he fought like a 1-0. He was like 3-0 or something like that because you're still entry level, right?
It's a tough spot in
But
the beginner.
no one wasn't like having a winning record. I thought that's a hard road.
Yeah.
You fought tough guys who are used to winning and confident the entire time. So I see that. He lost some fights too. But I'm like, but you never fought someone that loses.
Yeah.
You fought a winner. So I can measure that. And if the matchmakers, if you think people who watch who are now going up to a bigger show.
Yeah.
Whether it's like A1 or Fury or LFA or something like that. These matchmakers, they do fighting for a living.
Right.
They make matches for a living. You think they don't see through that?
Exactly.
You think that the fans are the ones that are ignorant to records because when it comes up on the screen, and you go, Charlie over here versus Johnny over here, 10-0, 7 first-round finishes. They're not going and looking at the topology to see that those 7 guys he finished were like, combined 25 and 75.
Right.
Like, well, yeah, these guys. And then sometimes you can see a guy who, like we have someone we're trying to match up to fight him. He's lost 8 fights, including amateur.
Okay.
He's been finished 7 times.
Damn.
He's tough. He's not tough. I don't think he's tough. He's won fights too. So I think he's won more than he's lost.
Okay.
Amateur and pro all combined because I combine them. Even though pro is different, I still like for where you're at relative. Amateur fights are real fights.
It's important to look at,
all the way, all the way along the line. And but it's like this guy's been finished 7 times. Or, like one of those guys with the 47 losses, he's only been to decision 8 times. He's never won a decision.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well,
That's now he's at, I think he's at 50 losses now.
If you die, you die.
42
Yeah.
finishes.
That's a lot.
42.
damn.
You go and you pad your record with that, whether you get a finish or not. I think the UFC is not looking and going, who is this guy?
Yeah, you're gonna look at the pool of competition for sure.
Right.
If you're, like you said about matchmakers, that's important, and that's the reason that I think matchmakers are definitely going to do that is it provides the legitimacy they need as a promotion. If
Yeah.
it's just if it's a shitty promotion with a bunch of shitty fighters and like it's all one-sided, then maybe you get away with a couple promotions like that. But people are going to start, the rumors talk, the relationships change, stuff like that, like you were talking about, and then the conversations are a little different. Like, well, maybe my guy's not ready for that guy and stuff. Instead of being like, yep, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
That's our thing. So, and I feel like that's a little bit more the old school toughness mentality, but I'll talk about this all the time, is about the way that, how common MMA is now as just like an everyday, every man's kind of sport. You can go and just kind of go train. You can be the dad. You can be but when the percentage goes up of the population, like what's the percentage like of true fighters, So like you made a comment on one of the last podcasts about the gyms, especially around here. It's like they got a couple guys, but they don't have like a big fucking team like you were talking about down at Fortis. So, 20 fighters, 50 fighters. I'm not talking about 20 members or 20 people in class. I'm talking about fighters, a fight team, people that are actively in and out of fight camp. And that's a big pool to draw from. And that's not the Pacific Northwest. We got good people. We've got
You got tough people.
Very tough people. I think there's some good people up here as well.
There's good too, but the standout quality is toughness. They're very tough here.
Yes. Okay. So that's a good way to measure that, I think. When you're looking at things like national or even just dialing it back to regional, it's very important that you have that toughness, but that you're actually good. And when you go to Texas or something like that, and you're like, okay, I'm tough, but these guys are good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay. So
athletic.
Coach says that all the time.
Here's the part. So this is what I recognized in Muay Thai when I went down to Cali and would train. And I'm like, okay, bigger pool, especially from Muay Thai compared to up here. And I'm like, okay, I'm like right there with their good guys or whatever, but they're active. So they're getting constant levels of competition. So the speed that they get good is like this, to where up here we're like, oh yes, another kickboxing fight. It's not Muay Thai, because we don't have Muay Thai, but I got something, right? And I think the pool is very small up here for a very long time, and the ability to travel, because these other promotions, there's plenty of people in Cali or Arizona or Texas, whatever. There's a big pool to draw from. It's not as much up here, especially now with like kickboxing and Muay Thai. They have like one pro show. I know Koga's gonna put on some more pro kickboxing and stuff.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Very small. So like if you're sport specific like I am like that, and Jake when he was on was talking about good wrestling clubs that aren't part of necessarily like a school program, are tough to find. And so he's trying to change that. And that's what I've experienced in other regions. Like I went down to Stockton plenty of times, and they have Valor Muay Thai, and you can go down to like LA and there's Pope Joy's gym and stuff like that. So you got high level Muay Thai active fighters from these fucking places, but you come up here and it's like you're gonna have to seek out one of these gyms and you're gonna have to feel out their level. And like you said, you're gonna be like, all right, these 3 or 4 people are good, that one guy's really good, he's on our high level guy's level, but it's not a gym full of them.
No.
And it's not a gym full of people that are active and getting better. So they go back in a year or two and it's like, all right, this guy's a little better and these other guys are a little better, but they don't have like a big ass team that they've developed. And you go back up there and you're like, they're better, but I'm better than they are now because of that. So I think the frequency and the high level exchanges with high level fighters is fucking it's just very important. Like, and I hear about, like, I remember listening to Dominic Cruz on Joe Rogan. He's like, I threw everything I had in my shitty little car and drove it down to fucking the gym that I was going to train at, and I lived in their fucking the rooms and stuff. And I think that's the true measure of somebody like you who wants to be a good fighter, a high-level fighter. And they're going to sacrifice their regional stuff, their home area, to go make sure this happens. It's a big thing for fighters. And if somebody's asking us, like, how do I get better? And it's like, you need to go to a different school to get better. It's a tough bullet to bite, but if you really want your students to be better, it's something you would do, especially if they're moving.
I think outsourcing is okay. I think I like the idea of building up the room though a little bit more, and I think when it comes to, I think what it boils down to is how bad do you want it, and how if you can get you people around you that want it just as bad, and then I don't think it matters about how bad you is at that point.
Yeah.
Because if I'm pushing you and you pushing me, we ain't gonna stay terrible forever.
True.
You know? Like there will be progression. I think a lot of the times too is one of the biggest things I struggle with is seeing my progression. Right. It's always easier to see your teammates like going up, but you don't really get to see yourself going up. And I think a big part of me like not being able to see the progression is because I'm always attempting to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and it's like literally that's all I'm caring about. And then so it's like, oh, X, Y, and Z didn't happen, and this X, Y, and Z still didn't happen 3 years ago. You know, it's like, damn, I'm not progressing, but I got better at this, and this. Just forgot about this part, you know. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of having somebody to push you to, because if I'm working on X, Y, and Z, I want to get better at X, Y, and Z, but I can never get better at it. But he's good at X, Y, and Z, you know. It's like, all right, I need to go bother him so I can get good at X, Y, and Z, and then I can teach him ABC or something like that. Yeah. And I think when it comes to, that's one thing I've kind of noticed when I was just like looking around here, like when I'm seeing guys train, it's like I don't see, and of course I'm here like very temporarily, but I don't see many people before, hey, let's do this before practice, let's do this after practice, let's just keep, you know, X, Y, and Z, like do all this to actually progress. You know, that's one thing I'm noticing now. So I'm just like, all right, it's not just, because I thought it's back home too. It happens everywhere. You know? I thought it's just like, all right, these motherfuckers, they ain't really here. Yeah. But it's everywhere. You know, it's like, oh, all right, you want to do this, but you don't really want to do this.
It's like a hobbyist thing that they think looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, or it's more so it's just like, I don't think this is one thing. Coach says this all the time, despite him thinking nobody listens to him. You have only a certain window to do this shit. You really don't. You could be blessed. You could be a Uriah Hall, you know, fucking 40 still fighting, you know, at a high level. You know, you could be a Yoel Romero, you know, still fighting at a crazy level. DJ, you know, you can be all these guys.
Never mind. What? You talked to a Jamaican, a Cuban.
All black people.
Yeah. So you go look in the mirror.
Well, Drew Dober.
Okay.
Drew Dober.
It's what, 38?
I mean, to be fair, I was thinking Bernard Hopkins, so it's not, I mean.
Hey, wait, why'd you think of Drew Dober?
I'm just thinking like.
You thought of all the black guys they thought of Drew Dober?
Because he been killing. He been killing everybody.
Chill, son. He's just got the fucking PEDs.
There was somebody else too I was thinking of, like older. Poten. Poten. Pajeda.
Yeah.
You know, like fighting at a, not everybody's gonna have that window where you get to like
keep going,
like just fight for as long as you want to, you know. And credit to all these gentlemen. They're probably all doing what we're supposed to be doing, you know, warming up before practice, warming up after practice, taking the time to, you know, make sure, okay, my X, Y, and Z levels are good, you know. This injury is working. Let me go do hyperbaric or get some physio on or something like that. I'm rambling. I forgot what I was saying, but I think you only get a certain amount of time to do this.
Talk about people actually finding people who are good at something and taking accountability for your own progression outside of showing up at a practice, or showing up at a class and just working and doing the same generalized stuff as everybody else.
Or even then too, like to take that what you just said, right? It's okay to like take the classes and then like, but it's like, all right, yeah, what'd you get from class? You know? And if you had questions, did you ask? Did you answer? I think the idea of having bad rooms is more so if you can quote unquote realize that you're in a bad room, you're part of the problem.
Yeah,
100%.
You know what I mean? Because it's not you.
I'm waiting
being
for my
there.
chest to talk because I got so you're fucking dropping gold right
it's
now.
Not, it's
I
not
want my
the
team
fact
to listen
that,
to all this.
It's not the fact that you're in a bad room. Okay, if you can recognize you're in a bad room, why not help build it up, or why not?
Don't individualize at that point when you're part of the team.
Yeah,
If you're taking the
that's
class.
the hard part about fighting. This is one thing I really hate about fighting. It's so selfish. Like I can't stand it. Like it's terribly selfish.
everyone says that. I don't see it as selfish.
All right, if you think about it, right?
I just don't see it that way.
You're around the people that's not. You're around the people that's not. Think about.
Well, how am I finding them?
Think
Am I
of
special?
I don't want to name drop, and then start
name
shit.
drop.
No, because I don't want no drama. But just think of like there's a certain individual that we both know, right? That was almost never there when it was time for anybody else to fight. But when it's time for them to fight, they pop up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a perfect example.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of that. Like
Okay. Yeah,
you know,
no,
like
okay.
there's a lot of
okay,
that.
Okay. No, you're
like,
right.
Or the ones that they focus, even if it's like a 90-10.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'll help you out a little bit, but it's all me in here. You
Exactly.
know, like, and I think that starts with your approach. Like the individual walking, there's givers, there's takers, you know, there's a couple things I want to say about what you said. You fucking dropped some
for
gold.
sure.
So your whole approach there is what I began with, and that I believe, and this is coming from like professionals, like that is a very professional approach. That is somebody that wants to do well at their craft versus somebody that's like a hobbyist or trying it out. Now, what I experience is a lot of turnover at our gym because we will get to the point where they're getting better and we're pushing them, but how in it are they? Are they? So I always talk about, are you a fighter with a? All right. So what do you want to tell me about your fight?
Nothing. But
Who's your opponent?
Jackson. I forget. I don't forget. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his last name.
Fair enough.
Muay Thai guy. Apparently he was a pro soccer player, so I'm prepared for him not to get tired when we go. Okay. Dude's 6'6", so I'm just like, when I heard that I was like, I don't know.
6'6" Muay Thai fighter. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm
fighting
like
Wiz Khalifa.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with this, man. But you know, it's a different challenge, you know, and I'm constantly looking to just like, I took it because I need to be able to figure out whatever's in front of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know how you prepare for 6'6", but we working on it. So
I like that though.
all right,
You're attacking the challenge head
yeah,
on.
you know, just like, and I probably won't get another one like this. So I was like, all right, I need to take advantage of this and be able, because I'm really accustomed to being the longer fighter and the taller fighter. I'm usually accustomed to that. Mm-hmm. And the few times that I'm not the longer fighter, we still have the same reach, or it's not as far. So I was like, all right, I need to, how can I address this, you know? And, you know, the goal is just, you know, figure it out safely.
Quick, I'm gonna grab this from you before you do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's just gonna. Yeah. Go ahead. Let you do it.
The goal is to figure it out safely, you know,
Yeah.
and then get in and get out. So I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it. I'm never looking forward to fighting. I really hate fighting, actually. But you can't pick what you're good at.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let's
You gotta enjoy it a
That's how
little
bad.
bit, or at least the process of it, because.
Oh, training is wonderful, bro. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
training. This is the fight, the actual fight. I'm just like,
I feel like
know?
that too. I feel like that's normal for most people. Like some of us really like it. Like now, I really like it. I like to.
yeah, psycho here.
It gets me to
And then
fucking go harder,
So
but
a bunch of my teammates is just they get off on that shit. I'm just like,
Well, you hate it, and you have all kinds of emotions about it and feelings about it.
yeah.
But there's almost nothing that's as intense as that.
It's a few things. I put fighting up. There's I say this a lot. I said there's pregnancy scares.
Okay, that's worse.
there's like 3 fears I have. And like they kind of all up together. There's pregnancy scares. There's you about to get a whooping, and then there's fighting. Like they all three are like extremely similar. They're like neck and neck, dog. And it's like, and
That's
it's funny
fucking perfect.
because they all describe 3 points of my life. You know, like there's
I was just thinking, you just remind me of my mom.
yeah, there's 3 stages
I
of
was
life.
like, I said on one of my podcasts with Zach Porter, I was like, there's 2 people I'm afraid of. My mom and Mike Tyson. It's like the only 2 humans in the world. He's like, I think that's valid.
Yeah, you know.
Even today's Mike Tyson.
There's 3 points in life, and like I think like those 3 points are described with those fears. So it's like it's just what it is, man. You know. So it's just like but you know, we thug it out.
Yeah,
we thug it out and deal with it. He's
like, ain't nothing new to an ass whooping, so
you know,
sometimes you gotta take them.
So it's like, all right, it's in Houston.
Okay.
I haven't fought there since my first fight. Personally, I'd rather fight away from home.
Okay.
Less expectation of people to show up.
I like that. Yeah.
So it's just all right, and I didn't like. It's kind of like I think it's like a little war saying or something. It's like you'd rather fight the guys that are home fight harder, rather than the guys that are trying to take. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that right, but
it makes sense.
I like the idea of fighting somebody home. They probably fight harder. You know, they coming in instead of coming into enemy territory.
Yeah.
You know,
They
they're
got
more
something
familiar.
to prove
They
in
got
front of other
more.
people.
Yeah, they got more to fight for.
Yeah.
That's it. You have more to fight for when you're home than when you're trying to take somebody's home.
Right.
You know, so I enjoy that aspect of it because like I'm getting a better fighter.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, he's gonna be more comfortable. He's gonna be hopefully more relaxed, and he's gonna be on A game, so I can come on mine as well. But where I fight really doesn't matter as long as I get to show up and do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's some tough fighter shit. That's the way fighters should be. Like you guys were saying, like I want to fight people at their best. I don't want to pick so I appear to be the best.
We jumped off, but I really wanted to say this too. Like also like, you know, as a fighter now, I extremely dislike Sean O'Malley. Right?
I was talking about this yesterday. Yep.
Extremely dislike Sean O'Malley. All right, he I can say extremely. I really dislike the trope.
Yeah.
Of what he stands for. I don't know. I don't dislike him.
Yeah.
But like the machine likes him, you know. So he's favored by the machine, which means he's always going to get the favorable matchups. He's always going to get like, I want to say an easy road because I was trying to say this too. Any of those guys that beat him, you know, it's like all right, well, you know, but it's like he got this favorable road paid for him.
Yeah.
You know, and now he's kind of keeping it. That is my issue with that kind of idea. But if the machine is behind you, I can't be mad at how it treats you. If the machine's behind you, you know, power to you. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it. Because if you was in the same shoes, you would do the same. My issue is with him. This is my issue with O'Malley. He don't want to fight Sanhagen.
Okay.
And that's a really good fight. And you know, and it's like he's fighting the guy that fought Aldo now. That's a more favorable matchup. Same thing with Song. Was it Song? His previous fight?
I'm
not sure.
He fought Song. The guy that I poked Henry Cejudo. Song Yadong. Yeah, Song Yadong. That was his name. And he fought him. I'm like, damn, like he's getting these favorable matchups. And it's like, why is he constantly getting it now? You know, like it's a different route for that title now. Jan's at the top. He can't wrestle. He can't.
They know it.
Well, again, he has the machine behind him, you know, and it's just like I can't blame you for having a machine behind you, but at the same time too, it's just like I can't blame you a little bit too because you get to say so, and who you want to fight. So just like don't go dodging.
Yeah, because there are the people that the machine is behind. They're like, I want to fight the best. Still. Like, and that's just more credibility to that organization as being like, you know, I want somebody that's down to fight whoever. Like, and here's the thing about like the brand, the UFC brand specific versus like MMA in general. they like you talked about this with like how Eddie's like very specific about the brand. He's like, he's not gonna bring in some shithead or something like that, right? Like you got to protect your brand to some level, and I think that's what they're kind of doing with that. And it's gone the route of like, how are we going to sell these fights? Because their roster is pretty fucking deep, and I only know about like 7 or 8 fucking like current high level guys. And with that constant turnover, if you have somebody like that, that's bright pink haired, fucking doing what he does, they can sell that. They don't have the McGregor right now. They don't have that big. Not that I was the biggest fan of him either, but they don't have people putting on like these crazy good back. If they do, but no like major names. You don't have the GSPs. You don't have the fucking DJs. You have a couple people, but it's not as coveted as when it back used to be like the. I was talking about it yesterday when UFC used to be an event. When you used to go like, next month's UFC, fucking, we're going to so-and-so's house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that kind of era. Now it's more of like
NFL.
It's very saturated. Yeah, it's very like frequent. Not that that's bad, because the pool for people, especially like yourselves, it creates more opportunity. And maybe you could be that next guy. Like you said, you wouldn't be mad if the machine was behind you. Yeah. But you know what you would bring to that machine as well. As like, no, I want to fight these fucking people. Versus like, maybe I don't. Maybe I want my persona. Because again, now you're a brand under their brand, and you're selling, you're getting your sponsorships. People are coming to your gym, like all these kind of things. And maybe the close ones know that they're maybe not, or there's a path being paved, or like always an angle being worked, but you're still under that person. Like when we were at Koga and somebody was there from his gym, I was like, oh, cool. You know, not no big deal, but you see where other people instantly recognize that, you know, and like Fortis, I'm sure, has like a lot of that pull, right? And like you go to fucking Farasa Hobbies gym, there's these gyms where you can be like, ooh, I'm fighting from somebody from that gym. Or I kept talking shit about like Dagestan's coming to Washington, you know, it's like, but again, I'm trying to hype us up because I think we do have some tough dudes, but when those fucking teams come, you better fucking be ready. Like, don't claim it and not be that person. And I think that's, you know, I like the way you guys are. Like, I'm going to take these tough fights. Fighting a 6'6" Muay Thai fighter and saying, like, I'll never get this opportunity again. I want to fight him on his home turf so he'll bring more of a tough challenge. Like, that's not somebody who's trying to pad their record. Yeah. So, I really like the legitimacy.
Yeah, just another guy.
Yeah, exactly.
On his way to the top.
Yeah, it's like, I need to get through. Yep. You know, you're in the way, no matter who it is.
I fought a super tall opponent once too, and I was just like, "Oh, this is fun." You just kick the legs a shitload.
Ah, yeah.
I got big legs, so I was like,
it's like,
break these twigs.
You know, despite you not feeling it during a fight, I hate check kicks.
Yeah, have you ever not limped out of the arena?
Because as soon as you finish, it's like, I'm just like, he gonna be kicking. I don't want to get kicked, you know. So it's like, all right. That's one thing you got to focus on too. Now, how can I change defense to where, which is gonna go back to my next statement. How can I take the least amount of damage and get this shit over with as efficiently as possible? And I think with the machine, right? When it's going back to the machine, I think what the machine wants is for you to finish, right? Talking to some promoter, I forget what promoter I was talking to, but what they're looking for, they want you to finish the fight. Right. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. You got a 15-minute war, you know, but now we gotta pay money to take care of you, you know, because you just killed damn near half your brain and the other person's, you know. So now we gotta put more money into you. But if you just go in and finish the fights, that's what we want to see. We want to see you finishing fights. So if you get finishes, you get finishes, you get that machine behind you. So. For any fighters that need to know, finish your fights. Yeah, boom.
You just always say, if you don't want to have the judges decide against you, don't leave it up to the judges.
Yeah, don't leave it up to the judges.
Leave it up to the judges.
Finish
you didn't.
Fights. Yeah.
I have twice, and I'll tell you what,
not that last fight.
Fucking day.
Fuck you, judges.
Both. There's literally 2 fights. I'm like,
I'm gonna say this. So I've now judged 2 fights. Jeff's had me help judge the last 2 redemptions.
Cool. Yeah. You've been doing a lot.
Thank you.
You're always doing lots. You're
go,
doing
bro.
more and more. No, he's
Yeah.
everywhere.
I love it, dude.
Go.
Up here, he is everywhere.
Whoa.
He has infiltrated all of fighting.
I will be out there. It was fun. I just decided we're gonna do this, and then like
Yeah, judging.
more and more people. Yeah,
He's judging. He's commentating.
doing
go.
pre and
Coaching.
post fight.
He's fighting.
And I'm
he's
doing the
pre and
mouth
fight.
guards.
He's doing all of this shit.
Yeah, bro, you own it.
You reffing
Appreciate
yet?
it. No, but that's what Jeff wants. Jeff and Crew Jones is working. He's my crew. He's working in the back room at the UFC at the end of this month.
That's dope.
Yeah, and you know.
Yeah, I told you it
Ref,
was here.
I will eventually.
You
So,
got-
but what I wanted to say is like, now that I'm judging, I'm like, don't leave it up to me. Because because you're gonna come on my podcast and be like, you fucking judged against me. I'd be like, you're on the podcast, so I'll have your
won the
opponent.
fight.
Yeah.
So, like,
Should've won the fight.
That's what's gonna come out. But still, so I'm like, it's gonna come.
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty dope.
or even being like, fuck that guy, I lost that fight. He was one of the judges. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like that in the back of the heads, like, or oh, he sponsored my opponent for a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Just wait until that shit starts to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I'm
about as
excited.
neutral as I can fucking be.
Where's my mouthpiece? Let
It
me
is right here.
All right.
Bless.
Check this out.
Relentless mouth guard.
Check this out. Nice and tight.
Pops right in. Yep.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like basically lock in.
Yeah, it's locked.
Yeah. And sometimes they go a little tall. Like I'll trim it down if you need, like talked about. But yeah, man, fucking excited. Being that you're, Eddie, we got a thing worked out with me and Eddie, sponsoring his athletes. So every couple fights, I'll make sure you got a new one.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
I've been having the same one for like 3 years.
I've had mine for like 10. I get it.
Damn.
Since right before I fought Dylan, going all the way full
Yeah, it's
circle.
badass.
Jeff
dope.
showed up and fucking got me. He used to run this mouth guard company called Clinch Mouth Guards.
Okay.
And so it was like
I remember that,
custom mouth guards. And I just asked him, I was like, man, nobody up here does that. It's like, I need a new mouthpiece. I'm not trying to send away to Impact. Like I hear
Yeah.
good and bad. Or like pay like $400 or $500 to like a dental institute to have them do it. And we just kind of started talking and was like, I want to do this. And he kind of broke down like how much I bought the best top of the line machine, same one Impact Mouth Guards has, and that was the big spend and the learning curve. Most people go to dental school to do this. So Jeff teaching me how to do this, I would have given up by now if he didn't help.
Jeff is Jeff Hoiby. He's a local ref.
Yeah.
He's in.
But he also
in the
ref the
program.
UFC when they were up
Yeah.
here last time. I believe he's not going to do it this time. I don't know why the whole stipulation, but they have like their revolving team.
Sorry, I cut you off though. You said you were he taught you.
Yeah, he taught me. That's good context though, because he is like everyone knows him. He refs or judges all the fights up here. He has his own like little team.
Yoked too.
Yeah, yoked. Fucking used to fight a long time ago. Power lifter. Anyway, best or like most well known and probably best ref up here. Like I don't say probably, definitely the best ref up here. But
We're trying to be nice. I
yeah.
understand. You
Well,
don't
and
like-
I'm also trying to not discredit anybody
Yeah,
else
okay.
that
Exactly,
refs.
exactly.
And because if you're a ref, you care about what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking money or recognition outside of when you do it at his level, or like Herb Deans and all the fucking guys. But going back to it, like he used to co-own or work at a dental school or whatever, or how he learned it. But the learning curve, I would already quit or gone out of business because there's no way I would have known how tall to trim them, how to make these little molds. You can't learn this shit on YouTube, not efficiently enough. So, and I still am struggling with the learning curve. Like, because people have like an overbite where their teeth go forward, and then the top cover, the clear coat, won't go on properly. You have like little bubbles, and you got to go restart the entire process.
Oh damn.
So,
Damn.
but I'm happy when my customers are happy, our sponsored athletes are happy. Like that's a big thing, and it's priced well enough to where I can make enough money, and it's cheap enough for you guys to not have to go $300-400 to even through your insurance, so you can go get a custom fit mouth guard. Some of them are cheaper, but yeah. So
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
And we're gonna get you fitted up
Yes, sir.
right after the end of the podcast, and try to get you done. And I like to fit them in person. That's why I haven't really branched out to like national yet, but because I want to make sure I'm getting the fitments done in person before, like, and I'll take my little Dremel trimming tool with me. I'm gonna go to gyms and stuff and fit them. So if you need an adjustment, I can make it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to doing the American Gangster thing. I want to have a product that's better than the competition or a price that's lower than the competition.
Easy. Yeah,
So that's my goal. At Brian Johnson's, I'll have a mouth guard booth, and I'll be doing the podcast as well and interviews. So yeah, it's just nice being able to turn my life into a combat sport.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Infiltrating.
Yeah. I went about it the wrong way. I was trying to ref first because I did not want to fight. I wanted to ref. I still want to ref, but it'll just come later.
What's the appeal specifically for ref?
You get a front row seat.
Yeah, it's the closest seat in the
I got
house.
a front row seat.
That's why I like judging. It
to
was
the
like the
fight.
second closest.
Yeah.
It's like, and here's the difference though. Well, you both have, because they both have a bit of sway in how the fight goes.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, protect yourself at all times. Leave me out of it. All right.
Yes.
If I ain't see it, I ain't see it. You know. I used to do smokers a lot. Smokers was funny because it was like, just chaos. It was fun. Like I used to love doing smokers.
Green fucking people.
Just fun as hell. It was nice when you get the high level stuff, but it was when I hate repping big dudes. That was literally the worst shit.
Trying to have
smokers.
to stop a sumo wrestler from wrestling somebody.
I say when I say stop, y'all stop, because I'm not jumping in. I know, you see them stop. Nah.
Yeah.
At that 10 second, hey, y'all better break up, because I'm not jumping in there, man.
This ain't no back and forth Muay Thai striking. Stop, break, okay. No, there's the big dudes. That's a good call, because you have to fucking get them off each
bro.
other.
I'd be behind too, and I'll just grab one and like, all right, it's over. Like move, because like, nah, I ain't getting in between that.
Yeah,
But
that's why they got
good
like
times.
Big John McCarthy in there when the fucking like some big dudes
Dan
and a big
Murgliata.
dude in here.
It's like, fuck.
Isn't Dan's Dan?
Murgliata.
Yeah.
There's another one. Who's the real big, tall, the bald guy for a lot of the heavyweight fights? Is that Dan?
That's him. Yeah.
Dan, yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Mark Goddard pretty big too.
He is?
Yeah.
He's kind of muscular.
Herb Deaton's big too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all of them dudes like heavyweights, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just they don't train. But some Mark is actually like big.
Well, didn't John McCarthy used to train though, right? I mean, he's retired now, but
I don't know actually.
He
That was
was a
before my
police
time, bro.
officer
I was
and
late.
stuff like that.
I thought he did.
Oh, that's all.
No, I thought he did.
Okay.
I thought he trained.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he trained, but I know that like
It'd be weird to get into this if you never trained. Early on, he was in there early. So
Yeah.
how would he
not? Well, I know that
found about it?
he was the one that allegedly came up with the term mixed martial arts, or one of the stories that it comes. Did you hear this story?
No, come on.
So no, he was supposed to go ref or judge one of the events, and they're like, oh, it's a martial arts competition. We're like, well, what kind of martial arts? And he's like, well, it's mixed, and he wrote it on his form to get leave to go do it from the police station.
Okay.
And that's where he doesn't claim it. He's like, okay, it's on a Joe Rogan episode. He's like, all right, this is how the story goes, but I'm not claiming that I said it. And it's like, there's other stories. So he doesn't he's not like, I did it. I'm the guy. So he's not looking for recognition, and he doesn't even bring it up. Joe Rogan does, but there's
Joe
other
Rogan
stories.
said it. It's the truth.
It's bro science. So hey man, if I'm on a podcast, I gotta have somebody to look up to a little bit.
No, I got you.
But especially somebody that talks.
No,
about
I like
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah,
I like
everybody does. But at the same time, I don't listen to him that much anymore because as soon as the COVID shit hit, that's all he talked about. And now he'll still bring it up, and I'm like, talk to a fighter about some real fights.
I haven't listened for a while.
He had fighters on stuff.
He still does, yeah. And I think they're a little bit less frequent than they used to be, but that's okay. 'Cause I'm busy as fuck.
Yeah. Actually, now I remember that too. I can't remember. Maybe the last. I don't even know who the last fight it was. Probably. Is it Ilya? I think it was Ilya. Was the last fighter he had on there.
Okay.
But at least that's the last clip I've seen.
He still does. I mean, he'll still talk about it and stuff, like fighting and combat sports, but it's just different. Plus, he's not in LA anymore. He's out in Texas, and he runs his own comedy thing, so it's part of that.
Yeah.
Getting
Awesome.
tired from fucking training, post
I
training.
guess we got another one in 3 hours. So.
Yeah.
Yes. How
2
was
days.
training today, and what are you guys doing tonight?
Tonight's gonna be hard. It's wrestling. Normally on Thursday mornings we wrestle. Yeah, shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just reminded me of clinch because I was teaching homegirl how to clinch last night. My next,
Yeah, the next just tight. Yeah, you know.
especially teaching a 15-year-old girl how to take it down. And you're kind of like letting it happen a little bit, not giving it to her, but like I'm letting myself be taken down. And like
Yeah.
teaching her how to, well, something we're not allowed to teach, but like where to place the forehead to guide them. So like in
Gotcha.
clinch, you see a lot of people put like shoulder to shoulder. Turn that forehead into their side of their head, and they're gonna go this way.
Yeah.
And then those knees open up.
Head position.
Yeah, it's
good.
Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
you don't see as much in Muay Thai. But so
No,
I
we
digress. You got wrestling,
Wrestling tonight with Jake.
which sounds like it's tough from both of you. Like, oh shit.
He doesn't know
My
yet, but
body's
he's
not made for wrestling.
gonna
If you
figure it
ain't
out.
noticed, I can't.
You
I can
wrestled
strike
pretty
all
good on
day.
Sunday.
I was wrestling
It ain't
long.
gonna help you.
That's
It ain't
fine.
gonna help.
That's fine.
There's no help. There's no help with it's like
You just got to deal with it. Yeah, just go in.
you just try to get better.
I kind of like that though. Like that's honest, right?
Yeah.
So like I was talking about having a tough round last week. It's like sometimes you just gotta like understand that you're not the big dog in the room. You're gonna have to suffer through this and just survive.
Yeah.
You know. And then there's that thing that's like, well, when I'm putting that on somebody else, like I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
All you gotta do is survive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, in my last fight, Jackson was good. He was tough.
Yeah?
Little cocksucker, but he was tough. and he was doing everything Jake said he would do.
Okay.
So he had him dialed in. This is the third time that the grappling opponent I fought has done and acted, even like the decision making, exactly what Jake said. So great coach.
Yeah, I mean times 10, dude. If
Yeah.
it's same as Crew Jones, he'd be like, "Da, da, 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 da." It just, I got you.
Yeah.
I know when you recognize how good of a coach is, you're like,
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And so I'm in the fight because he's a coach and training partner.
which
I'm in the fight.
huge.
And he did everything that Jake said he would do, but he was actually even better because he'd improved from fight to fight.
Okay.
So, real pain in the ass. And he's wrestling me, and he's whooping me, right? On scores, he's whooping me.
Right.
He's out wrestling me.
I remember.
So
Yeah.
get wrestle-fucked by a wrestler. Okay, who knew? But I'm sitting there, and I was just so happy that it wasn't Jake. I was so happy. I'm gushing blood, swallowing blood, can't breathe. I still can't out. I can't
We're both
stop
making the
it.
same face though.
I can't stop it, but I'm sitting there and I was like, because I know what Jake would do in these situations. Because he was good. He was similar to Jake, and some of that's why it was such a hard fight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things he did that were the same things that Jake does to beat me. So like he found the hole immediately, like fuck, you know. But he didn't continue to where with Jake it's like, no, you know,
yeah.
or like ah.
Yeah, the finish is there.
And with him, he's here, and I'm like, oh, you're having to wrestle with your arms because you don't know how to stalk with your hips correctly. Oh, thank God. This is so. And so I'm sitting there talking shit. I told you this last time. I'm talking shit to him because I'm like, God, Jake, get off me. Yeah. And then the fight went more and more my way, and then it went. But yeah, so such a pain in the ass to deal with. So tonight, yeah, I tap constantly, and I hate it. No one wants to tap. It sucks to tap. This whole like, oh,
It's a constant
leave your ego at the door.
check. Yeah.
Fuck that. There's no. I'm not. I don't fight as other men, so I can have no ego.
Trust me, I
Yeah.
know. If you don't have a little
I
ego,
got
you're
it.
fucking dumb and probably
I have
not self-aware.
Big ego.
I
I'm
know.
here to prove to you I can beat your ass. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
exude that without having to say it.
so then I got Jake, who's consistently.
When it humbles you real quick, you're like, fuck, there's always somebody there.
Yeah. Well, one of these days I'm gonna get his ass.
Yeah.
But
And that'll
but
be great.
one out of 1,000, 1 out of
Exactly.
2,000.
Like-
You know. So we got wrestling tonight because we're supposed to do it Thursday mornings, but I don't remember why he couldn't do it this morning. So we got that tonight. This morning was light sparring. We're just trying to implement a lot of the things that he's been teaching me
Yeah.
to like our fight specific for this guy. Some of them are just cleaning me up too, because I have access to him right now.
Yeah.
So and the level's so high. But it's that this morning was easier. Or it was easy.
You say
Maybe 30
easier or
minutes.
lighter?
It was cruise.
Huh?
It was just cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was both. It was it's still
You just
still
want to
focus.
focus. You want to put yourself in a
yeah.
position to be able to apply what you're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just all. It's just like as you get closer, you just put yourself in more positions to do it.
Yeah.
And since you've been seeing it now more, you're starting to apply it more.
Yeah.
So that's all.
You just
I like
rep
the
it.
less intense rounds for that development. Versus, because I think everybody still has, even if your response is fight, you still have the fight or flight primal thing a little bit. Even though it's like hopefully been trained to where it's well honed. But still, when you can kind of dial that back and like work those specifics so that it is trained, like that's one of my favorite spots, especially when somebody you trust.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You guys can go up, you can pick it up and go harder and still keep it in that same, you're just adding a little intensity. And I love that. Like that's how we spar at our gym, but not with people that aren't high level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or high enough level to have that understanding, because you'll get people that are like, they'll hit hard and then they won't know that they're hitting hard, that hard, or they won't dial it back, or you can just tell where it gets heated versus it gets to like that, like, yeah, this is good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, competitive.
Yeah.
But this is the whole iron sharpens iron thing.
Yeah.
And people think that there's like an analogy, it's like two swords clanging away. It's not a sword fight, it's two people sharpening swords, right?
Okay.
Okay.
No sword fights.
No sword fights. Yeah, keep that shit in. Well, never mind. I'm not
No
gonna
locker
say.
room.
Yeah. Well, our locker room is safe because it's just a thin sheet that covers it. Safe but not safe.
That's what you think.
No, it's just. Oh shit. We got a women's locker room next. We're actually very accommodating for like being like a little bit more politically correct, so like we don't step on our, because we have a huge kids program. We have parents in and out, Crew Jones and myself trying to be like, I was in management, like you can't be like overly sexualized or anything like that.
I don't think it should be.
I don't think it should be either,
Yeah.
because it creates more of that locker room approach versus like a business approach, because we wouldn't be open for so long. But I do say, I like the other teams where you go in and you're like, oh, these are those guys. Like we could be the boys here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can say some shit. But just kind of developing like that, back to that iron sharpens iron, and building the team like you guys talked about earlier, is like building the room. So one of my favorite fighter of all time is Kevin Ross. I don't know if you know who that is. American Muay Thai fighter for a long time. Long-term relationship with Gina Carano. Anyway, old Master Toddy guy from Vegas. Just watching. So you went to CSA, Combat Sports Academy in Dublin, California. It's like one of their bigger schools where Gaston Bolaños is at. I don't know if you know who that is, UFC guy. And he talks about he went there and he's like, Kevin made me better at stand-up to the point where I could branch out into MMA because my stand-up was good enough to, in an MMA aspect, so I could transition over.
Yeah.
And he's just, you can see them when he's first going, and then you can see when he's gotten better, and they're just in the pocket, just trading, but nothing's too much. They're landing, heads bopping around, but no heads going like this or too much to where it's like, oh, now I'm going to win. You're developing. So I think that's huge, and having one or two people that are really close to you, to that you can do the things outside of the gym, like you were talking about earlier, the runs. Like I used to go to my buddy, where's he at? Bo was Brian. Bo and Taki were like my day ones. He's living east side Tacoma, right by the EQC. So I'd go over to his house for like an hour or two before I'd go to class, and he would be like, just jabs, just flick of jabs for like an hour. So I got really good at doing like certain little aspects. I got really long doing this. So I'm like, all right, good at the outside fighting. So now people have to really step in. So really like working everything off of a power 1-2. So just setting everything up off of those long strikes. Like you have to deal with this. And then the only thing that people would beat me with that point is front kicks. Because, a little Thai thing. But anyway, just having people that you trust. Or if you don't, you have to suck it up and do it on your own. And those are those 5 a.m. runs in the rain.
Or go find someone.
Go find someone. Yeah.
Like
there's no
networking.
one right answer, but there's always a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
1,000%.
yeah, you guys are really providing that. And when is your fight again?
April 12th. April 12th.
April 12th.
Sunday,
Yeah,
April
it's
12th.
Sunday.
And it's in Dallas.
It'll be in Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that,
yeah.
is that on YouTube?
You know, I don't know. Actually, I think they're moving towards like the OnlyFans kind of thing now,
Okay.
where you need to, which is pretty smart, to make some money. You need to subscribe to the OnlyFans, and you'll be able to watch the fights from
Okay.
there. I actually really appreciate that I'm not on like UFC Fight Pass. I
Wow.
really, because you won't be able to find film on me.
Casino shows are fun too.
Yeah.
I like fighting at a casino.
Like I have,
But I haven't yet.
no.
No, because it's Texas. I don't think you have casinos.
I mean, well, Louisiana, they do a lot of casino fights.
Because Louisiana and then Oklahoma.
Oklahoma too. Yep.
Casino
here,
fights
we
are
got
nice too because they're not as long. You know, they're not a 17 fight night.
Yeah.
They're 10 to
Missouri.
9 to 12, whatever. Missouri.
I was thinking of Missouri. That's
Okay.
a
Well,
face
also
place
they
fight.
have they're usually in like some kind of like convention center. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
A lot of times. A lot of times there's a lot of fans, like a lot,
Mm.
and they have. A lot of them have like comfier chairs than just bleachers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, oh,
I used
yeah.
to fight in community colleges.
Yep. That was a.
And that's cool. It's cool, but it's funny. I went back to Axe.
Uh-huh.
What,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago
A
or
couple weeks
something
ago,
like
yeah.
that?
And it was in the gym.
And yeah, and I was, and because that's where I got started.
yeah. That's,
I
I
did
think that was the
smoking
first one I
before,
fought
but-
on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I remember it being so much bigger.
I think I fought at when it was the soccer center. I think that's where I fought. It was the soccer.
Okay.
Soccer.
I never
or,
fought this. Oh wait, are you talking about Arlington?
Maybe it was.
They
They were
Most of the
together,
fights.
I think, at the
They
time.
were at one point. They
yeah,
were, but
I
it
fought
was,
Matt Coble's brother, Miles Coble.
okay, I remember telling about
from
that.
Livewire. Yeah.
But there was, oh yeah, that's right, because
Was
Livewire
this a
came
smoker or
down.
was this a?
this was the
These are
first
amateur
hand.
fights.
Oh, okay.
We were
There's a
talking
soccer
about
one up in Arlington.
Yeah,
yeah,
the-
because Landon and
Eric. Or
Eric, but there's also Charlie.
Charlie. It was
Charlie.
it was Charlie in somebody else's card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And like Hoiby was part of that gym at the time. Because when I brought it up, he's like, "Yeah, that was our guy."
Yeah. Wasn't Jeff from Charlie's?
I think he's from Landon's, but or, like
He's from
I
Landon?
think so.
Arlington.
AKA, he has an AKA tattoo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So Arlington Kickboxing Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's under
Okay.
Landon. I knew he's always talked about Landon.
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Going. So when you go from those, and then like in Texas, they have some pretty cool like event centers, like usually like the Bomb Factory in Dallas or Gillies.
Yeah.
Which it's like it's like for shows, like for
Music
shows.
venues usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
But-
smaller. It's cool. It's cool because it's not big. It's not open. It's like closed and
Okay, yeah.
it's all around. But the seating is usually bad.
Yeah.
If there's seating at all, like a lot of it's just
Yeah.
standing
Mm-hmm.
room. Versus in the casinos, a lot of times they have
They have seats. Yeah.
they got a lot of seating and they have bleachers. So like it feels a little more like, like
Stadium.
More like a
Yeah.
venue.
yeah.
Okay.
So I like it, and you can walk out like on like the last few have done like fire or something or like sparklers. So you're coming out in the smoke and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that
Like
does
the
sound pretty cool.
pre-fight walkout stuff, or like
Yeah.
adding a little something because something to break up that fucking monotony between like when their name's getting called and when you're in the cage, like just waiting for them to get in the fucking get the
Yeah.
fights. Like I hated that moment. From you're doing the. I used to always remember what Mike Tyson said. He's like, as soon as I would walk out, I would fucking make contact with his eyes and I wouldn't look away till he was dead, or whatever. I'm like, I tried that a couple times. It works. I'll just sit there to be like,
Nah, that's my style, man.
and then they kind of look away at their coach or something like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
But I think that was more in my head than theirs.
It is, but whether it's in all theirs or not, there's enough guys that it does matter.
It does
It's
matter.
still a thing.
It's
Yeah.
still a thing.
The eye thing's still a
Yeah.
thing.
And I still, like, the eye thing, it's like, people like in Muay Thai, they'd be like, all right, watch the chest or like watch where you can find both axis points.
Yeah.
I would still look people dead in the eyes and be like, but I'm looking at your feet.
Yeah.
But the contact is here. So after a round or so, they're like, and I'm going to the body and then I'm going to rise up and I'm chopping low and stuff like this. So it kind of helps, like, once they're down to lock in here and they're not prepared for that, they don't see the fucking,
okay.
the level changes. They don't see,
That's like I don't look at people in the eye when I'm fighting.
No, I don't.
And that's another game, because if I can't get you to look me in the eye, it's not going to work. So it's like,
It-
fuck.
I just forget that your face even exists. Like it's just a body. You're just going. The
Yeah.
idea of being able to actually like look and I'm not gonna have a moment with you. You know what I mean? As soon as the fight starts, it's like, I'm not that chest. I'm
See, because I'm trying to be like right here. I'm not trying to let you get that moment. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, why is this motherfucking? Oh, you want to play staring contest, and then they starting to land.
Yeah.
And by the time you're starting to
smart.
break out, it's the damage is already adding up.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
smart.
now I'm not going to break out of that, and I'm a pressure walk
Gotcha.
forward. I'm gonna walk you down
Yeah.
and keep that going. And yeah, so like I'll take damage to give damage.
Yeah.
It's always fun,
Yeah.
but it's not smart. I used to do the fucking peekaboo side to side as a Muay Thai fighter. And then fucking, you know what happens when you come this way and you got to go back this way? It's
Okay.
yeah. So I know I took unnecessary damage.
I like
It's
when people
coming
do
up.
when they do
the
this.
peekaboo, the deep.
bobbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I liked more the side shift.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
loved that. He'd hit.
His
when he
hips
was-
are always away from his head's always away from his hips. So it just wouldn't be smart to do it. you know?
Throw up here. Ha!
Oh, him too. Now that I think about it, freak athlete, bro. He had to be like, he was like what, like 45 or something?
Terrell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a fucking spinning push kick and a flying knee and like 6
I
feet.
watched
land.
him out wrestle and choke out Alonzo Benefield.
Damn.
And I said, oh. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. It was a wrestling line. You win, you stay in.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
he got
shit.
up there, and then it got to Alonzo. I was like, oh, Alonzo's a monster. He's a tank.
Yeah.
And he got him down, got behind him, and choked him out. I was like, what the hell?
See, every time, this is another reason I like doing podcasts. You're just talking about the wrestling line. I was like, we haven't done that in our class yet. Like, I need to do that for sparring. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
But
1 minute rounds.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
that's
That's
what we
actually
do.
how I got good at striking.
Yeah?
We did Shark Tanks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
just like-
do it as much, but we're going to get fucking back to it. It's just because we're one of the schools where like our competitors are just wishy-washy. They'll be, oh, I want all in, coach, and then like they'll get their fight, and 2-3 months later they're back training.
I've had like 6 guys who have hit me up about coming on Saturdays.
Yeah, from us.
No.
Oh, okay, so
Never
yes.
showed
Yeah, no, they came. Never came back.
That's another thing. That's another one. It's
There's
like,
a number
oh,
of them. I'm like, well,
I'm not maybe ready for all that.
that's okay. It's like, yeah, if you're not here for it, that's okay.
But again, like, you understand it either way, and it's like, what does that do for you? Also, it's like, well, you're not ready for us. Where does that put us? You know, like, not always, but like,
Do y'all have gym wars here?
If you're competing locally,
not so much. More like gym rivalries where they don't like each other.
you're
Stupid.
talking about like gym smokers.
Like gym smokers, yeah. It was like a gym versus
Just
gym.
no, there's not like 1 versus 1 because
Everybody
there's
goes
not
to
as
West
many.
Coast.
There's not as many people.
Per
Like,
gym.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it's just there's like 3 smokers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 I know of. There's 10 Kicks, West Coast.
Hammerhead MMA.
I don't know that one.
Joe Gell, Lacey. No.
No, I
Okay.
never went down that way.
There's
There's one more. Who was the other one? Oh, I was gonna say. I was including Fight Quest or Karma.
Are those
as-
counted? I thought those.
No,
was-
no. We just went over this. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
sanctioned
yeah.
fights. In my head, they're similar level.
Well, it's because it is an in-house gym show. Is that
Yeah.
why it kind of yeah?
Well, it's entry level.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's entry level amateur.
Yeah.
Like
You know.
pre-amateur?
No, it's still amateur. Like it's just the very beginnings.
Pre-am.
Right.
We don't really have like the pre-am. It is the smoker shows here.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah, it goes smokers,
Yeah.
and there's no
Then
like
there's anime.
yeah, smokers
yeah,
straight to
and then
amateur.
there's AMI, yeah.
But then even at AMI, there's like amateur shows like the redemption fights.
Yeah.
I never fought in those. I kind of was aware of them a little bit when I was young, starting out. But I always felt like Axe was a little higher level. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But just
more established long
Like I've
term.
seen
yeah, yeah. And so there's like you kind of know like which promotion. If they've been around longer, then it's like I think that
go
they're
there.
they're it's higher up on the rung.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and you're gonna get to. You're more established. You're drawing from the big pool of names for a long time, and we want high level fights. And the new ones pop up, and they hold their gym shows. Because we did the same thing when Absolute Chaos started with Crew Jones, and he did it at the Landmark Theater, Temple Theater Landmark Convention Center, downtown Tacoma on Broadway.
Okay.
It's like a big ballroom.
Cool.
So like upper level and all that stuff.
Cool.
So they paid up for the venue, and they would get. This is back when you have like a lot more dedicated amateurs, the ones that have gone on to be pro now, essentially. Like, like Dylan, for instance, guys like that. So when he would do that the first 2 or 3 shows. Like, he's pulling on pools of good fighters and old school fighters. But as you got up, now you have your own champions. You have people that want to fight for your show, your championship. It's not like the first couple where it's like, all right, we're working out the kinks of the show and getting our gym guys a good shot. Because he wouldn't do that necessarily. You know, like some gym shows would be like very heavy for that gym because they're getting their fighters established.
Yeah.
The first, I'd say, show was maybe like that. The second one, me and one other guy was the only one from our gym. And we would have other ones where there'd be like 3 or 4 fights of our guys from the gym, but they would work their ways up and they would be fighting for championships on Cage Quest as well. Or Brian Johnson's back when he was down in like the go-kart arena. I don't know if you remember that. But
No, I never
a
went.
long time ago.
I struggle with amateur champions.
Okay. Let's see. I love opinions, so I want to hear
Championship of what?
that card.
The guys that are in the hobby? Like, are you going to be a fighter? Like,
I see it as I almost see it as like a stepping stone for a pro.
That's exactly how I approach it.
Sure, but still, it's like
Almost like a
who's
rite of
on the
passage,
roster?
maybe,
Yeah.
if you've established it.
you might not even. One of these organizations might only have 4 guys at 170 total, but you're the champion.
Well, so up here
What does that mean?
up here they draw off the community. It's not like a ranking system necessarily. So it's like anybody from your gym, you're like, boom, all right, this dude's legit. Like somebody that you would vouch for, let's say.
No,
So,
I understand that it has a place. I
get what you're saying. It's like you're not a champion. You're amateur champion.
Yeah,
Like, go under
you're
the
a good
real.
amateur.
Yeah,
You're a good amateur.
Big,
Okay, cool.
big fish in a small pond type thing.
And,
Somewhat.
and it is. I feel I have multiple thoughts about it. One is that like, not everybody's trying to fight professionally, so I get it. You know, it's like it does mean something. It means something because you're fighting the toughest guy within this organization. You think, you know, locally, that's an amateur. Okay, but if you're trying to do like, why even be a fighter at all if you're not trying to fight professionally? Dangerous thing to be doing. Very
That's
dangerous
my
thing to be
approach as
doing.
well. I mean, I know you kind of like, well,
If you go and fight once or twice here and there, okay, like that's something to do.
it's more of a hobbyist
And cool.
approach.
Well, yeah. Then you want to take a fight, get prepared, do it, and then go do this thing because
Having
you're living your life.
experience,
You've got a wife, you got kids, you got a job that matters. You know, all
white
these different
picket
things.
fence and a dog. Yeah,
Sure.
I know.
Then
Whatever.
cool. Then I'm here for it. Like you want to come train with us, come train with us for your one fight. That's cool. But if you're trying to actually like get into multiple fights,
Yeah. Have
Then-
a career.
huh?
Like have a career.
Well, yeah. If you're trying to pursue this where you're challenging yourself to fight the next guys, where being the champion would mean something to you, then why say, well, I'm a champion at this level that doesn't mean anything?
True. Well,
I was gonna say, just the fight itself, it's like
5 rounds?
it's more like it's there. You put what's the word I'm looking for? There's a weight to the fight.
Okay.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you've increased the pressure.
Like there's more pressure.
yeah.
You know, and no, you're not getting paid, and no, it's still basically amateur, lower level or whatever. But that pressure can help build you for the future fights.
Okay, I can see
If
that.
that makes sense.
I would
That makes
also.
sense. That makes sense.
I want to add to what you just said a little bit because a lot of places, especially up here, they're going to be like, all right, let's say they did transition to pro and now they're like, all right, I was this level champion. And like a lot of places like promotions will be like, all right, I want your guy that I saw fight for the champion there. I
Yeah.
want him on my show. So I think there is a place for it, but I think I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's like fight to be the very best at the highest level, not necessarily fight to be the best at this one
Well,
that's
also,
maybe not a high level.
Yeah,
Because
but
of experience.
I see the value of it, and just like you're saying, like there's real value to marketing yourself and to marketing your guy, and to fighting a higher level, like increasing the pressure. Adding to it now, just changing a little bit. I've seen like you'll see organizations say they'll call their belt a world championship belt.
Yeah, I got you.
That's a
And
little.
so when
That's
I was
that's a
first saying,
reach.
I wasn't making that distinction, but when I
Okay.
actually was thinking about it, I was like, what I'm really getting at here is like, I'm the amateur world champion.
Don't oversell it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're fucking
I'm the
saying?
amateur world champion
Yeah.
of redemption. It's like,
It's not a world champion. It's a
this is a
local
county.
fight show.
right. It's
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 counties.
Yeah.
So it can mean something, but like
You can oversell it easily. I get what you're saying.
if you're in professional fighting, there's only one world championship. There's only one world title in UFC or MMA. It's UFC. You can be a world champion of other places, but
Right.
they don't. They're trying to compete with UFC. But that's like saying, okay, you got the NFL and who's second?
Right. Exactly.
I don't know who. You're a professional football player. Okay, what team do you play for in the NFL? I don't play in the NFL.
Then yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe you
you're
get
in the
paid.
But
So no,
I don't know,
here's
though,
the point. So Naira, she did the podcast, Naira Rep.
Yeah.
And when we were talking, she's like, the only place I can break my LFA contract for is if the UFC calls. And obviously you guys know this too. But I think the LFAs, they want to be big, or like let's say PFL or anybody that like these organizations, but there's the understanding that UFC controls that monopoly of the peak of the sport.
Yeah.
And these are the ones, and through having that rule that you can break our contract to go to that next level, that's like an admittance on that point. Like I admit that this organization is bigger and that is the peak. And I think that is the way to go. So it's like, you can oversell a local show by saying you're a world champion. Everybody's going to see through that. And it's like,
Are they?
I think so. I think maybe not your fucking people on the couch, but why are you worried about the people on the couch? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like, I know that that's not a world champion. Anybody that has value, in your opinion, will
When
probably
fighters
know
put it
that.
on their stuff.
All right, how many fighters used to say, or like McDojo guys used to be like, I'm a legal weapon. Where? Where did you go to register?
That should be one of our nicknames.
What? Yeah,
The legal weapon.
the legal weapon. Like, I mean, I think like Guam is the only place that you can choose to actually do that.
To
Like, this
register
is
your
not
shit.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's a myth. And I think like those ones that would believe that guy's an amateur world champion are those guys that think that this guy's also a registered weapon.
Well, it's just
Again,
if
it's
you're
a
fighter,
personifier.
If you're a fighter, then you're doing it to market yourself.
Yeah.
But
I think that's no. It could be a milestone though.
If you tell me that you're a Kogo world champion,
I would think
I'm
that
gonna
Kogo
laugh
would
at
have to operate throughout the world to be called a world
Right.
champion. Like, not only like draw people in throughout the world, like the Dagestan thing, but you need to operate in Florida. You need to operate in motherfucking Kyrgyzstan. You need to operate in
Right.
China, you know what I mean? Or wherever you can go. You need to be worldwide to be able to claim a worldwide title. That's why the World Series in baseball was so bothered me for so long. And now I'm glad that they're doing like actual countries and stuff like that. But it's really weird when you own this one thing and expect the world to come to you so you can claim a world title.
Yeah,
and that's.
my bad. I got us off track. I don't even know where we were before.
I love being off track. This is. I mean, it's not like
Make
we're
good content,
off.
bro.
Yeah.
Make good content.
This is good content.
It makes good content when you go off the rip and you just start it's just organic.
And you have good controversial topics because it'd be like, fuck your amateur championship. Be like, oh, you don't like I said that? Come to Fitness Quest and Puyallup on Saturday morning. Mention the Sway City podcast.
Relentless mouth guards.
See what I mean? So I'm like, oh, you want to test that? Come on.
Let's see how they work.
Yeah.
I actually would love that. I'll put that out there. If you're a middleweight to a lightweight.
yeah, be specific. Yeah.
No heavyweight. And I'm not interested in little guys. You guys are tough, but I'm not interested. Show up. You should text me first, but show up.
You should definitely reach out to people before you just show up. But yes,
You can get the smoke either way.
yeah,
You can.
people show up at our gym and do the same shit.
Yeah. If show up, you want some, come get some.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, talk is just talk until it's time not to. You know, and that's why. So like,
It'll continue actually. If I'm whooping your ass, I'll be talking.
so I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. So, and there's no hate. Like I love all the controversy, and I'm not even directly involved. But our gym had a black belt co-op last weekend, the 7th, and Rudy from fucking Mythic. Well, I like Rudy.
Yeah.
He's just like, fuck your little co-op, fuck this. Like, called it straight out. It was like, we're gonna do a purple belt. And our guy that was running it, Bladen, got, I guess, upset. I didn't read into it after that. I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
And then,
Where is this?
where's what?
Is it back and forth?
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth on
Where is
IG.
Is it
It's
on
Rudy.
direct threads, or is it
Go-
like one person posting theirs, one
It's
person posting
mostly
theirs, one person
Rudy
posting theirs?
posting, but it's funny.
Okay.
So go check
Yeah.
it out. Shout out to Rudy. I don't got a problem with it. Even
Yeah.
if you're calling you can call our gym out a little bit. He's like, come down, show up. And
Is
this
he black belt?
Rudy?
Yeah.
I think Rudy's purple belt. I think that's why, because he trolled him by
purple?
saying he's purple. Like we'll do a purple belt
I
co-op.
thought he was probably brown or above.
I think he said purple. Who
Okay.
cares? He comes from Cali, and he's like telling me about the way it is in Cali and what he came from when I was over there, because I did their mouth guards. I don't do the jits side really. But it is our team, so I'm like, I'm not gonna get into it. But I see what you're doing here, back and forth, and some of the stuff he says, has valid point. I'm not gonna argue with that, but I'm also not gonna show up and be like, good for you, bad for us, or anything like that. He is also like in the closest proximity to our jiu-jitsu school, so the closest secondary school. So a little
Competing.
But I like his tactics, because he's throwing up the stuff that's gonna get him the attention to get people to go over there. And I'm not like, we've been there for like 15 years. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna be there before or after. I don't think anything is gonna close our doors aside from us fucking up. But I love the back and forth. So like when you do that, I'm like, fuck you. If you want to test our Muay Thai program, like, could you check our fucking address? Like, shoot me a message. Like, yes, you can come in.
Yeah.
But it's all love at the end of the day, because we're a community. I'm not gonna take an ass. Like, somebody comes into my gym, as long as they're not like trying to hurt
Muay Thai
people.
Yeah.
Well, we're in different avenues. This is why we can say this. Like, if I come in there, I'm gonna get ground and pounded. It's just gonna happen, and I'm gonna accept it before I go there. Same as like if like even the jits guys, they'll come and do Muay Thai sparring. Like, I know I'm gonna get my ass whooped today, but I'm gonna go through it. It's just rite of passage, but
Yeah.
I like the instigation between the two. As long as they're not directly attacking me, we're good. Like, fuck Zach. Then I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna stand up for my fucking self. But I also like to ask why. Why?
Yeah.
What makes you say that? Oh, okay. Well, just have a conversation, just diffuse it.
Maybe you got a good point. Maybe I messed
Maybe
it up.
pay attention to what you're saying.
Yeah. Maybe I said something.
I like it. No, like, you're doing just fine. Just fucking show up to his gym. Like, not only that, but like, you're high level. Like, you're not just some guy talking. You're out there doing it, and you're high level fights. So it's like,
I'm just curious. I want to know, like, if there's killers out there I haven't found. I hit a lot of guys up. I've sent out a lot of invites.
Well, and you're looking to polish. You're looking for training partners. You're not looking to beat up all these guys that think they're good. I mean, maybe. But at the same time, like, you're fighting some dude in California. You're not fighting this guy up here, and you want him down so he can see. It's not an ego bash. It's like, I need better people. Show up. Let's grind. Give a fuck if it's hard. Like, if somebody shows up to our gym and they're better at sparring, doing Muay Thai, MMA, whatever, and they can beat me, I'm gonna acknowledge that. And be like, oh, dude, fucking, you're good. Like, I don't have any ego about that. I've had my ass kicked plenty of times. But I'm also not in competition anymore. I don't fight anymore.
It's a different kind of durability, though. I feel that.
Yeah. But when it comes to, like, the ego or, like, saying certain things, you're stupid to fight without a little bit of ego, I think. Because otherwise it's just arrogance.
You're
like,
lying.
you're just stupid. Yeah, you're like, I can beat everybody up without skill. Like, no, I am a little better than you, and I'm going to show you why. You know what I mean? Or like, oh, you're getting better. Now I need to fucking charge up a little bit. And that's why they say, like, you shouldn't try to win your rounds. Let's be real. There's always a winner and loser, even in sparring. Even if you're not trying to win, there's still a hierarchy.
You're not trying to win. This is a game of winning. It's fighting. There's
Fighting
a winner,
and
there's a loser. There's no
yeah.
ties.
Right. Well,
There is.
Stupid.
Yeah, they got draws.
they do have draws.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, whatever.
or a double KO. But no. But like that whole, like, leave the ego at the door, like, it's a good saying to keep people to try to, but that's never what actually happens.
I hate hearing it.
Yeah. Well, Like, bring your ego.
Yes.
You're the kind of person that wants them to bring their ego.
Don't be a douche, but
Right. There's a respect level.
yeah. I hope you believe
It's
in
a
yourself.
proving ground. Though. Like, when is sparring or fighting not a test? Should always be trying to practice and put to what you're practicing as a test, right?
Yeah.
It's a thought. But don't beat me up. I'm fat, old, slow, and I'm 41. I'm pretty sure I fucking broke the knuckles on my middle spot right here because it's been about 2 weeks. I kicked someone's knee. You know, they do one of the things where they straighten their leg out, and it's like just took away enough of the range for me to.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Ouch.
One of those where I'm like, that's not a normal pain. That's like,
Yeah.
that went deep, and it's not like the foot feels like it's bowed like this every time I go out. So, but I'm still sparring.
Could be bad.
Just not
could be
throwing
bad
as many
sprain.
kicks. What?
Could be bad sprain.
Could be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking spar through it though.
Yeah.
Gonna have fun. But anything else, guys? Like, shout out to Fortis Gym, any of your training partners, anything like that.
Shout out to Chisholm. Shout out to John. Shout out to Zach for having me. Devontae, you fat. Drake got a fight coming up. He gonna do his thing. Tyson. There's too many of y'all name, but this.
Yeah. Shout out to Malik Lee. He's fighting. What is it? I think it's in April.
Malik's got a fight?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
5
Awesome.
or 6 weeks from now.
Fuck yeah, cool. I like when Malik fights.
Paul Kaufman, I think that's the name.
The name
find
sounds
anything.
familiar, but
Can't find anything on him. He's gonna eat him.
is it up here?
Yeah.
Okay. What organization? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay. It's in May,
It's
late
either
April,
it's
I think.
April or May.
April, or
I think it's
May.
April.
So it's either. Okay.
I think it's end of April. I think so.
Okay. I'm just
But
curious who.
follow Malik.
Yeah.
Marvelous Malik, or I think it's
Marvelous Malik Lee.
Marvelous or something like that.
Marvelous Malik Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Malik.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Thank you. It's a great time. Yeah. Awesome, guys.